Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. So all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case the notifications ain't go out. First things first, hopefully everybody had a blessed and productive Wednesday. Hopefully everybody done got through the work day. For those, y'all already know we halfway through the week. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their whole weekend and looking forward to the following weekend as well. Uh, Appreciate everybody that tuned in earlier this morning for the conversation. Definitely was a good one. And if you missed it, you can catch the replay. Shout outs to Shay for popping in. And also shout outs to Harry Wins for popping in this morning on the conversation. Heineken, what's going on, my guy? Definitely was a good talking conversation. And in the midst of those conversations, I feel like we broke down something to some degree. Um, I'll definitely delve back into that in a little bit. First things first on the agenda, though, title clear as day. And there's a reason why this was getting brought up again tonight. Again, senseless violence happening to people who are not in the streets, that are, you know, not, disrespectful, moving the right way. You got things like that that are happening on a day and day basis, and it's starting to get a little bit irritating and aggravating, especially when they're young and they still got life or they still got more life to live. It makes no sense for somebody would lose their life in a cowardice act. Um, I think that really needs to stop, man. Some of you have to understand that moving the way that you're moving, it's not always going to be beneficial, especially when you are harming and hurting people that ain't a harm again. Instead of you taking that energy out on your real enemies, you taking it out on people that don't necessarily need it. What's the whole purpose? Again, you take somebody's life, you can't give it back to them. So in that same instance, you should be thinking, you know, do I really want to possibly spend the rest of my life behind bars because I could have avoided something? Do I want to be do I want to be looking over my back even if the law don't catch me? Somebody else that probably love and care for that family member probably might come after you. It's starting to get real aggravating, man. Sorry. Especially the ones who are losing their lives that got kids. It's starting to get annoying now. Really is. Again, nobody knows how to settle a dispute without it taking it to the weapons. Lauren, what's going on, baby? It's crazy because again, no person should have to worry about losing their life, especially if they are not living by street code, if they're not in the streets at all, if they just, living a normal life, the square life, if you would call it that way. So in that instance, why waste your time or why waste your energy doing something like that in the first place? And again, when you do horrible, despicable acts like that, they do have a consequence. Because again, if you don't get caught by law, you might get caught law of the land status, which means one of those family members or friends could end up catching you. You got to be mindful in every step you make in life. Yeah, you're gonna have confrontations with people. You're gonna have confrontations with people, but in that same token, I don't see how you in the car and your car alarm still go off. Shit crazy. Give me a second, y'all. Oh, come on, bro. Unbelievable. Crazy. Like, shut the fuck up. God damn, bro. Why you sitting in the car? Don't know how to turn that shit off, man. My bad, y'all. Man, bro. Sharonda, what's going on, baby? Mookie, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, what? My bad, y'all. Damn, dude, still sitting in the car. You don't know how to turn your own alarm off? Jesus. But yeah, in that same token, man, come on. I'm being honest with you. You gotta make wise, careful decisions. And resorting to violence all the time ain't the way to go. I don't care what life you live in. You know, you got people that ain't a bother to you, they ain't a bother to nobody. Why bother them? It's the same instances that we get. And again, somebody done lost their life and they not even in the streets. You know, you always hear things you don't want to hear, and it is crazy because some of you are not thinking of ramifications, and you're not thinking again about the people that you hurt along the way. LaFi, what's going on, baby? You know, and this is all I'm saying. You're not thinking about people who actually got family and loved ones that care for them and that actually want to see them healthy as possible. You are taking away or stunting in a growth, which is again, it's not the right way to go. Number one, it's not the right thing to do. Period. You got to have some sort of common ground when it comes to preservation of life. A lot of you are not thinking that live by the gun mentality. Guess what? You will die by that gun. In the same way you just took out somebody that's innocent, at some point you gonna get taken out. It might not be right away, but it will happen. Again, those type of karmas, they don't go unscathed. At least not about the man upstairs. Whatever don't get caught by the law, get caught by the law of land. I believe that. There's some people who are probably missing now. They ain't gonna never get found, especially if they was moving in this world the way they shouldn't have been moving. Moving around sneaky, two-faced, or even just harming people left and right. You a menace to society. At some point, you gonna get what's coming to you. You know, and it's crazy. There been too many things going on, you know, and it kind of overthrew me only because they've been talking about a few things on this damn news. So, you know, it's crazy when you hear about stuff, especially people who either live in the area or they got family that live in the area. You know, and it's sad again that a father got to worry about burying his child the same way he had to bury his brother. You know, it's crazy, man. It's too much going on. Really is. And at some point, some people need to realize you get one shot at this damn life that you live in. You get one shot in this body. And if you don't get yourself right, guess what? The thing could go left. You don't always got to prove some sort of macho bravado. Or you don't always got to prove that you quote unquote tough or that you need to be fed. How about you just live your life normally? You don't like somebody, you don't necessarily have to deal with them. And even if you don't know a person, why run down on somebody that's a bystander, basically? That's what I'm saying. Some of y'all quote unquote people that's moving in these streets, y'all not moving by no real street morals, no street code. That shit been out the window, in my opinion. It has been. Because the way y'all moving right now, it goes to show that at some point, even the civilian will have to be strapped up. Because it's sad that you got to worry about possibly having to do that just to keep your life preserved. Because people don't want to just go by reason. You know, it's crazy. You know, again, another innocent person losing their life and they not even in the streets. Just because they having some sort of fun, they living their life, that don't mean you got to end theirs. See, these demons that we speak about every day, you know, people that don't care. But at some point, you need to care. Because guess what? The same way you just made somebody family cry and feel that pain, your family gonna cry and feel that pain. And don't think that your family ain't gonna feel that, because at some point they will. Even the toughest ones feel that shit. Realist, what's going on, my guy? Serious, what's going on, baby? Oh, it's crazy, man. Like, nobody thinks, you know what? Let me leave these people alone. They ain't no threat. They ain't no bother. Matter of fact, I know I got one up. I know that person is either scared or whatever. And even if you feel that way, guess what? Why still go and provoke something? I've always said this: it's nothing worse than somebody who's been pushed to the edge, and especially if they too quiet, because you don't know what could happen. And in my opinion, that is a form of bullying, whether you want to hear that or not. You trying to take somebody's life, or actually taking somebody's life for what reason? What did this person say or do to you that you felt the type of way? And 9 out of 10, some of these people are doing things just because they feel they could do it, and it's not going to be no repercussion or recourse. But guess what? Even the quote unquote squares have family that's not playing games, and they don't even got to be in the streets, but they going to offend. I mean, they going to defend, and they're going to definitely avenge their family. So you got to think about that, man. Again, you don't get caught by the law; you gonna get caught by the law of land. You look throughout the course of history, there's been situations like that that has been presented in that same fashion and manner. Oh, you killed somebody? Oh, if they don't catch you, we catching you. Street justice sometimes always prevail because sometimes the law is not always going to be able to get these people in time. No, Lauren, listen, nobody should have to stay home when they outside enjoying themselves, especially if it's still early in the day. Only way I would tell you to stay home is late night. Like the other night, got all these people out here hanging out in the bar. Granted, it was still hot and humid, but for some of y'all hanging out late in the evening with your kids, and your kids are still in strollers. That's when I feel you should be home. You got babies. You shouldn't be out hanging out all hours of the night late for what? And it ain't nothing good in the streets. Shouldn't. But in the same token, you gotta live your life. In that situation, that dude don't bother nobody. The most respectful person, the least likely to get into any type of drama and still got hurt. Why? Because somebody was pure ignorant and stupid. And I'm sorry, but that is ignorant and stupid when you are targeting or even attacking people who don't target or attack other people. So I'm saying y'all got all this energy for your people, but don't got energy for the real enemies at hand. D Truth, what's going on, my guy? I already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit. I just feel that's messed up. And then now look again, a father gotta bury his child the way he had to bury his brother. And this is a person that's not even in the streets. That's what I'm saying. Like, how many times is that gonna happen to one person before somebody decides they gonna snap themselves? And it's sad that the reality has come to that. I hate D Truth. I'm really upset behind that though. Because again, what point do you say, all right, you know, let me stop trying to incorporate something I don't need to incorporate. Let me stop trying to show people that I'm feared and that I'm respected. You want to be respected? There's a way to be respected. Do what's necessary for the beneficial growth of the people around you. It's crazy, man. 25 years old and you lost your life. Why? Because you living your best life. You ain't bothering nobody. You not a threat to nobody. And you got to worry about that. This is the type of environment, like I said, and shout out to Harry because he kind of made it true. You can't go nowhere or can't do nothing without having to worry about some sort of ignorance or some sort of violence happening. It's crazy, man. I hear you, D. Truth. Plantation over for you. I hear you. I hear you. It's sad. Even down to the youngest ages, they got to worry about losing their life. I could recall a situation with one of my close family friends. May she rest in peace. And she been gone. Jesus. Let me see. She been gone Oh, damn. It's been oh man, hold on. This how long it's been, but it's crazy because she lost her life young. She looked like she was about 15, 16, but she was only 13. Lost her life, same way. Not, like just being out and about and got caught in the crossfire over some madness. And I felt it because when I felt it, her brother felt it. Her youngest brother is still feeling it to this day. He ain't been right since his sister got killed. That's what I'm saying. And it's sad because you out and about playing, you out and about just enjoying yourself, and you got to worry about people being idiots. And instead of going elsewhere to have their dispute, they want to have it right there in the public. Let me see. It's 2023. 17. It been like 26 years. I think. Been like 26 years, I think, since she's been gone. She was older than me. And that's crazy because again, she like it's bad when you already got to worry about people trying to hit on them, but they not knowing that she's young. It was one of those situations. But she didn't die because of that. She just died because of somebody being an idiot. They got a beef with somebody, and instead of them shooting out elsewhere, they shooting near the areas where the kids be at. And it's crazy again. Lost your life for nothing. Even still to this day, it kind of hit hard only because it's like I just found the old picture of her, and that chick threw me to tears. And it only threw me to tears because again, she had so much life and so much to offer, and she didn't even get a chance to do that. I've always felt that when it comes to those situations, this is where the people should wake the hell up. The minute a child gets hurt or the minute a child dies, that one child's death affects everybody because y'all all have children. You all have guardianship of kids. You all have great grands, so on and so forth. That message right there should resonate that it's time for some people to really just start standing up and taking their communities back one way or another. You can't sit here and tell me you're gonna keep allowing situations like this to keep happening. Especially the good, decent people that ain't bothering nobody. They living their lives, they working, they doing whatever. Come on, man. And I ain't saying we can eliminate all violence because there's always going to be some sort of violence. But that gun violence really need to be down to a halt, man. You can't tell me that everybody in the world is scared to fight. If that's the case, then everybody in the world need to just have a gun, even down to the youngins. And I don't even want to promote that. But it's sad, man. And people overlook that. But again, this should be an eye opener for most. Word, what's going on, my guy? Nah, bro, because I'm saying like you when you hear things like this, you try not to go off the rounds. But again, it kind of triggers things because again, look how many people died young. I've watched a lot of people and I've seen a lot of people die young. People that I knew should have been here right now, at least even celebrating or trying to live life the way they felt they was gonna live life, they ain't here to live it. Because people decided it was better off to either have a shootout or have some sort of stupidity going on, knowing there's a group full of people. It's almost the same way like with some of these idiots and these fireworks. You are sitting there throwing fireworks and letting off big blockbusters and stuff like that in spots where it's crowded at. Stop doing that because that's a danger right there. You get one of them things and they either malfunction or backfire. Who you think getting hurt besides you? That's what I'm saying. Like, don't nobody think about life preservation or safety no more. And it's crazy. Some people are gonna have to feel safe by carrying a gun, and they shouldn't even have to. Yeah, I believe that, bro. A lot of them are scared to throw their hands because they already know what it is. And even if they listen, win, lose, or draw, it doesn't matter. You're fighting. You're living another day. But again, some people they pride. Oh, I can't take this loss, especially if it's somebody that Nah, you're not going to win every fight, but you ain't going to lose every fight neither. The key word is fighting, but fighting on the right moves, fighting on the right things, man. It's just like, again, y'all got all this pent up energy towards each other, not towards the real enemies at hand, the real objectives at hand. Well, again, it's time to change the aspect and change the parameter of things. My bad, because I gotta catch myself, man, because I hate hearing stories like that. James, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, man. I mean, and this is what I'm saying. I can remember at one point, it wasn't no. Listen, if it had to get that violent or it had to get to that, that was because it was things that was already going on in the street that was culminating that was going to end up coming to that. But again, no real innocence was supposed to have been getting hit or killed in the midst of that. Again, all of that went out the damn window, along with common sense and just, you know, sheer willpower to say, you know what, I ain't gonna do this. You know, again, you got some people losing their life in front of their family, which I feel that's the definite disrespect and that's the definite code breaker. When you doing stuff like that in front of people and their kids, that leaves a mark that's never going to be healed. You know, and you can't be that spiteful and evil in life. You can't feel that type of way every damn day. Even if it is for you, you can't feel that way. Big facts, big facts. But what he said right there was truth, though. You know, and I feel that's the strongest thing that was said, even if it was a movie quote. But it's prevalent to what was really going on. People in this world right now, they scared to fight. They scared to either have the physical fight or they scared to have a verbal fight or just the war of the minds. You want to debate so badly, all right, so let's debate. Oh, you wanna go back and forth on something? Come on, let's go back and forth on something. Let's see where we come from there. Everybody gets too emotional, get too wild up. And then again, you got people that instigate and oh, you gonna let them do this, this, that, and the third, and oh, son, if you don't do this, then that means you stop listening to what the hell everybody thinks and says sometimes. Cause I can remember years ago, somebody, yo, son, you a punk if you ain't going to hit, you ain't, yo, he said, what, and you just seen him and you ain't, because it ain't the proper time. And when I address somebody, I'm gonna address them one on one. I had multiple, like I told him, I had multiple opportunities to do so. And if I really felt that it was that much of a threat, I would have did what I had to do already. And I said, but I want to make sure this is not what I'm hearing before I go off. And come to find out, I'd have ended up going on for no reason. Why? Because it was a whole miscommunication. That's why we say it. You know, you'll have an instigator who'll serve with you. No, I'm gonna move when I see fit. I don't gotta punch you in your face today, and I don't gotta spaz on you today. It can happen whenever the time is right. It's just called the respect level. Marlene, what's going on, baby? Again, in this damn society that we living in, is too many codes that are being flipped, broken. That's why I said there's gonna be a part three to breaking these codes, because I'm telling you, they all come hand in hand. And when you sit here and you take the life, or you almost take the life of somebody that's not a bother, that's, you know, not a street dude or not doing something where it would call for you to do so, is showing your weakness and showing your real character again. You feel you that much of a strong chief of a tribe or whatever the case is, if that's what you want to call it, then you're supposed to make strong leadership moves and strong decisions, not weak decisions that could cost somebody their life. That's what I'm saying. You scared to take some hurts, scared to take some bruises, some bumps. We all do. But see, the problem is, again, you got people that will instigate to the fullest extent just because they want to see something happen. They that miserable and have nothing else to worry about but just seeing violence and seeing destruction all day. When you got people like that that don't want to see nothing outside of something negative, definitely get away from them. Because those will be the people that drag you down one way or another. You know, that's what I'm saying. You can't give back a life once you done tuck it. And it'll only be a matter of time before you either lose yours that same way or you end up taking yours because you can't deal with the guilt. Some people think they that strong and that tough, but there are some people who have committed suicide because they have done something outside of the realms that they wouldn't have normally done, and they couldn't take it. That conscience will eat at you at some point. And you want to know why I believe that? Because there's so many different stories of people saying, especially the ones who did turn themselves in. I couldn't live with it. I kept seeing the same face every night. I kept hearing the same thing, kept reliving that same moment. That becomes a curse on you because you have done something that you know for a fact shouldn't have done in the first place. That law stands as it is. And that's not no law of no, that's regular law of the land tactics, man. Shouldn't be murdering. The difference if you at war and you trying to defend what's necessary. But if you ain't at war, why are you killing people? You got to make that make sense, man. Yeah, I know. But even still, that's still a danger right there because some of these fools barking them if they got something in their hand, now they definitely feel extra. But again, we got to start taking back what's ours. We got to start bringing back that preservation of land tactics. We have to. Bonnie, what's going on, baby? Oh, wait, my fault. For my mouth kind of goes south. My bad. I think it's just, it's cold hearted and sickening again because unless you move in a certain way that it would call for basically you to lose that life, you shouldn't have to worry about it. Not while you with your kids, not while you with your family, not while you are enjoying yourself the way they should be enjoying themselves. And some people refuse to find something to make them happy. They think negative and destruction is the only type of entertainment that's necessary in life. No. How about elevation? How about growth? How about making sure that you and your people don't be statistics or early victims of that grave or that penal system? Yeah, and it's the sad part about it. Some of y'all really not built for what you think you built for. Because now when you reality sets in, you done got locked up and you ain't coming home, again, you'll see where that loyalty lies at. Those same ones that you claim to be gang, if you got a girl or something like that at one point, some of them will be banging your girl. Sorry to tell you that way. You won't find out that type of life don't lead nowhere positive. And even if you manage to learn a lesson and come home, you got to make sure you stay home. You got people that are coming home now because of poor decisions they made. And they lost in the world. They don't know nothing about social media. They don't know nothing about nothing that's going on right now. Because don't get it twisted. You have people that when they are locked up, if they have done the most horrible and the most horrific stuff, they ain't getting no contact. So just imagine being locked up for life, prime example, and you don't have no contact with the outside world at all. You don't know what's going on. You can't even get a gist of what's going on. You're out of touch. It's crazy, man. I don't know, man. It's crazy, man, because at some point we want to see better numbers. We want to see more people growing and succeeding. And again, I felt like this. The only person that should be making that judgment call about your life is that man upstairs, not somebody else. Definitely appreciate y'all for dropping links and showing love in here. Y'all already know y'all could have done so by now. Definitely some good people and some great supporters and some great content creators. I just, yeah, I feel like at some point, those messages are going to stand out clear as day because you're going to have people again who don't want to see that neither. They're getting tired of losing family. They're getting tired of losing friends around them. And it's all over stupidity. It's all over people not wanting to leave certain ignorant parameters alone. And again, you are hurting the very fabric of a family that, is tight knit. Didi, what's going on, baby? So in that same instance, you stealing the joy and you stealing what could have been. Some point, some of y'all need to have a whole sit down and reevaluate not just your life, but what you want to make of your life. Some of y'all again feel like that street life, that gang life is always what it's cracked up to be, but to be honest, it's really not. I got people right now. One day I'm gonna try to get something like that going because I got some people who was definitely into it, and change their whole life around. Why? Because they realized at some point this ain't getting them nowhere. You losing out on valuable time and valuable efforts on trying to build and grow yourself better because you want to keep going back and forth. And I can understand some situations are going to be presented because of the backgrounds in some of these communities. But again, this is where the people, especially those who are, prominent enough to make certain things happen, they should be able to get it together. And then again, when they do get it together, the people have to be behind them, backing them up, and making sure that this is what it is. You're gonna have to do the works one way or another. Right now is more crucial and critical because again, nobody should have to worry about losing their life. Nobody should have to worry about not living past the age of 25. Nobody should have to worry about not living past the age of 20. Look how many people lost their lives before they even become 21. We're not thinking about that. And a lot of it is because of certain situations, especially backgrounds. But then you just got others that are just sheer hateful and evil, and they don't care because they've already been plagued and poisoned by not just society, but the backgrounds they come from, even the home life. And then you got those who do try to be an official part of that, but it's already too late. Like you can't expect your kid not to be out here wilding out and doing whatever if you wasn't setting boundaries and setting everything from Jump Street. And you definitely can't expect them not to be in the streets if you're not putting your foot down on it. You're just allowing them to run over you and do whatever. I'm gonna say this again to some of you young adults and even some of you teens, because it seems like some of y'all are the worst offenders when it comes to guns. If you have an issue with somebody, you're supposed to handle that as such. If it's on some street situation, then I can't tell you how to move because it's street situation. But when you bothering or even killing people that are not in the streets, that's where you drop the ball at. That's where you look foolish at. So I'm saying you ganging up for the wrong reasons. Oh yeah, and the same thing like ganging up on homeless people and ganging up on people that you know really don't mean no harm or ain't no harm to you, or ain't trying to be a harm to you. When they're minding their business, you need to stop picking on them or trying to accost them because you feel some type of way, or you feel strong enough to do it. Because that same way you ganging up on the wrong people, that's gonna get you hurt. You're not gonna expect what's happening to you to happen to you. Treading a deadly line, man. Like it's starting to get annoying now with some of you. Use your mind a lot of times instead of just using the weapon. You'll see that when you use your mind more, you tend to get things done better. You don't have to necessarily worry about taking nobody out. And keeping yourself preserved as possible. But I want y'all to see something too, though. Maybe this will be a clear view for it. Because when you do certain things, I think this kind of fits though. Kind of fits though. But it kind of minus the name though. That's going to be like that with everybody. You're going to have some people who are getting tired of seeing people that are not doing nothing. The people get picked on, abused, or even bullied, or even killed. And then you're going to get a situation like this.
Messing with a dog like me. D to the M to the X. Last I heard, you cowards was having sex with the same sex. I show no love. Empty out, no more. How you gonna
Exactly what's going to end up happening. That same look. It's going to start coming together on you. Telling starting to get real diminishing to the flock, basically. Because we really should be uplifting each other in the best way. You a squid, I don't necessarily mean I gotta keep picking or bothering you, man. For what? What am I getting? Uncle L, what's going on, my guy? No, again, you can't give somebody back their life once you done tuck it. And you can't replace the feeling or you can't replace that life that was taken. You can't replace it and give it back to that family that lost it. You're bugging. Saying it's time to use your thinking process and your thinking strategies for life. Because outside of that, what do you really have? I mean, it's clear as day. You're showing weakness, you're showing cowardice. You don't get no kudos. And if the right people would actually sit down and tell you when you moving wrong or actually school you on something, oh, trust me, you would feel it because they're telling you from experience. Next, see what's going on, baby. Look how many people thought they were so tough and thought that they were so bad and ended up making poor, costly decisions. Some of them come home and they never are the same again. Some people end up going right back because they can't adapt to society. They've been gone so long. You got to take that into accountability again. These people didn't end up right. Just imagine you've been gone for more than 10 years, 15 years. You come home, things ain't right, things ain't the same. You trying to get acclimated with what's going on and you having that hard time trying to. Some people lose their mind and go right back to the criminal element, or some people just end up going right back to jail, period. I remember one dude came home a couple years ago and he said something that stuck in my head, and you know, it's sad because you didn't think it was going to go to that route, but in the same token, he was saying what he felt. I've been gone so long, and then I come home. Majority of my immediate family, the ones that ain't dead, they not even in the state. A couple of them not even in the country. So it's like I don't have nothing to come back to. Why am I even out and about? And that's sad when somebody thinks that way. No, I didn't. I didn't get one, miss. What's going on, baby? I didn't get an email about nothing. Um, East Dad, what's going on, my guy? I'm gonna double check it, but I didn't get no email. I would have got one. You know that already. Actually, you asked me for my Instagram. You didn't ask me for no email. You asked me for the Instagram, miss. Not note. It's Nate. See, I knew you did something wrong. See, got you right now. You did something wrong. That was on the Instagram. No, that's not even my Instagram name. Here, look at it, read it, love it. I know you did something. I know. Oh wait, guess what? So was I, and I still gave you the thing right. Damn it, still love you though, baby. I feel I gotta do this again. See, you done made me mad. Now I gotta do this again.
Messing with a dog like me. D to the M to the X. Last I heard, you cowards was having sex with the same sex. I show no love. Empty out. No more. How you gonna
Play around with me, man. Nah, I saw love in here. Definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Again, just I felt that was needed because it's still that much of a problem now. People are scared to hash out their disputes the old-fashioned way. It's crazy. Like if I never even had an interaction with you, never had no type of ill feelings towards you or anything, even if I was in the streets, why would I bother or even try to do something to harm you? That's pointless. Again, that's showing a form of bullying because you ain't being real. And again, a lot of y'all ain't tough unless you got numbers. Like I told somebody one day, they was laughing when I said that, but then they realized that it did happen. I was one of those people, like you can have all the utmost you want to say about me, but if I pop up in the vicinity, I'm gonna need you to keep that same energy. And a lot of times, that's really what it was. You was tough in numbers, but when you seen people one by one, their whole facial expression changed. Like, oh shoot, yeah, you gotta live up to what you just said. If you said you was gonna do something to me, I'm gonna need you to live up to that. And keep that same energy every time you see me if you feel that way. But the majority of the time, they not. But this is what I'm saying. A lot of people, this is where they show their strengths and weaknesses. I don't need to have no numbers game. If I got an issue with you, I just got an issue with you. And if we can talk about it, we can talk about it and move from there. Yes, Mister. Yes. Yes. Oh man, my head hurt, man. Oh snap, Tanya, what's going on, baby? Hey, don't mind me. Oh yeah, I know what you wanted, Marlene. I know. I got you though, baby. I got you. I know.
Let's go,
Go ahead, go back to
messing
you,
with a
baby.
dog like me. D to the M to the X. Last I heard, you cowards was having sex with the same sex. I show no love. Empty out, no more. How you gonna
That's what you wanted, baby. You got it. Oh man. Don't encourage my madness, Didi. You know better. Come on, man. Come on, man. No, but again, the people are gonna get tired of that. People are gonna get tired of the weak getting picked on. They're gonna get tired of seeing the ignorance with people. They're gonna get tired of seeing the kids who are being a part of that stupidity and ignorance like some of the adults are. They're gonna band together. And if you're not gonna hold people accountable when you're supposed to hold them accountable, then you are part of that problem and you are not helping the solution. Oh man. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Don't encourage me, man. Hold on one second. I seen it. I seen it, miss. Yeah, it's crazy though. I'm not gonna lie to you. At some point, that's gonna happen too. People are gonna get tired of whatever, even on here. You got too much going on. But in these streets, people are definitely gonna get tired of that. Definitely, definitely glad that you enjoyed yourself, Tanya, and hopefully you travel safely tomorrow. Um, and that's for everybody. I know most of y'all have birthday weekends. Love Baby is missing, but again, hopefully, you know, y'all all enjoyed yourselves. And again, blessed to have another year around the sun. It's always supposed to be something, the be thankful for. You got some people who ain't even get a chance to make it around the sun because of stupidity and ignorance and violence. And it's time to start making these changes, not just on here, but in the communities around you. Somebody gonna have to stand up, man. And the right groups are standing up, but it's sad again. You got the rest of y'all that's just making it a damn problem. And that's the saddest thing in the world when you can't even come together for something that's beneficial and something right. But you can come together for nonsense, violence, and anything that's hateful and not beneficial at all. It's craziness, though. Next, what you over here dancing for? Ah, man, you over here juking over here too? All right, we got you. We got you. Let me let
It's
you
gon'
juke one
be
more time.
messing with a dog like me. D to the M to the X. Last I heard, you cowards was having sex with the same sex. I show no love. Empty out, no more. How you gon' expect it's gon' be messing with a dog like me? D to the M to the X. Last I heard, you cowards was having sex with the same sex. I show no love. Empty out, no more. How you gon' expect?
Oh man, yeah, 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 yeah. Who out here breaking out cartwheels and they ain't supposed to be cartwheeling them? It's not even the club today. Who cartwheeling in the chat today? Come on now. Oh, but again, the right people, the strong people, they gonna get together because they gonna realize something. It's just things that you're gonna have to start standing up for in your community, and not just one person. Again, we getting tired of young brothers and sisters losing their lives. Not just the ones that are in the streets, but the ones who are not in the streets, who are just living their normal lives. We should get tired of that. Nah, that's not eulogy music, man. You know damn well it ain't eulogy music. That's just realness right there. I think I like this better. Feel more darker when I hear this stuff. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. I feel a little more sinister now. Felt a little bit more sinister. Felt a little more sinister. You know, you know. Yep, well, in that case, you go sit in the corner then, good sir. Go multitask in the chat. Sorry about that. We ain't trying to hear that, Black. What she said? Eulogy music is some church. I ain't messing with you, Molly. Oh man. But again, come together for something better outside of, yeah, we gonna run down on this person, or oh, we gonna take this person, or oh, we gonna do whatever. No, come on now. I don't have to be that spiteful of you, especially if you live in life. If I feel my life is not where it should be, or if I feel you got something glowing about you that I wish I had something glowing about, I would go find it and go do it. Yeah, that shit do feel real though, man. Word, R.I.P. though. Um, Because look how many kids got to grow up without their actual parent. Look how many people lost their lives and, like I said, had kids. Those kids got to grow up with only memories of their parents. They can't sit there and say, "Oh, I had any real interactions or anything." Especially if they was babies. Again, you're taking away the thread and the balance from a family, especially those who really have kids. You're bugging right now. And again, if you got upset because somebody might have said something to you or you feel a type of way, then you have to address it. That don't necessarily mean I gotta go pick up a weapon or cause some sort of harm to you. I could talk to you when I need to talk to you. And if I'm not going to address the situation, I just leave it be. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's too many people leading by emotion and not by logic. You can't give somebody back their life after you done sat there and tucking on some coward stuff. Sorry. And again, you set yourself up for heartache and pain. Just like you setting those families up for heartache and pain, you setting yourself up for a lifetime of pain because of a split decision you ain't necessarily even have to make. And again, some of y'all doing things out of random, just picking random people to come across. I don't think that's right neither. You're gonna come across that right person and they gonna definitely try to lay you out. Why? Because it's either their life or no life at all. And it's sad it would have to come to that. But again, some of y'all just not giving any type of real indentation that it's time for change. You still want to live on ignorant time. And guess what? At some point, all ignorance does get neutralized. And again, RIP to those who have lost their lives, especially the ones who are not in the streets. They just happen to be a victim of circumstance because of ignorance and stupidity and sheer cowardice. And it's crazy because those people, again, could have been beneficial one way or another. And to a degree, they was already beneficial in life because they had the strong love, the care, and support from the people that was around them, especially if they was moving the right way. And once you take that away from them, how you think that's going to settle with some of them? That's a difference, Marlene. If you ask for it, you get it. But you gotta look at the people who didn't ask for it. Look at those people who didn't ask to get shot point blank in the head, and they just living their life, not bothering nobody. Again, I'm talking about the innocent civilians, citizens, anybody that's moving the way they supposed to be moving. They shouldn't have to worry about losing their life because of an idiot. And I'm not going to call you a respectable person if you're moving like that. You're a whole idiot and you're a whole coward. Because again, you're leading more by emotion than by just sheer understanding. You know what? I don't gotta prove to the world that I'm big and bad like that. And a gun is not gonna let you. A gun is not gonna prove to anybody that you're bigger and badder. You might have the power at that time, but guess what? When you ain't got it, what you gonna do then? And what happens if you get into a situation? What happens if you come across the same person you just tried to run and flash that gun at, and now you unprepared? You don't know how that could go. And they might not even need a weapon. They just could be ready to beat you to death. And then what you gonna do then? Now I know, Marlene, I was messing with you. No, I had to mess with you real quick since you talking about juke music. Dawn juke music. But again, if you ain't even loving yourself, it goes to show you ain't even going to love and care for the people around you. Again, life preservation is the most important thing to remember. Because if you feel that's your life, I want to go out like a thug. I want to go. Y'all better stop watching all these damn movies, man. Some of y'all moving life like you living in a damn movie. But guess what? It ain't no script in life. There is no rehearsals. You either gonna be doing what's necessary or you gonna die the hard way. You try to either live as free as possible or you die hard. And why die hard? Because you want to crash out and be stupid when you got so much to offer. I think that's the craziest thing about it when nobody is taking that into consideration. Again, it's time for the people to wake up and realize that, you know, again, not everything has to be settled with violence. My bad, y'all. I got used to this. Hey, yeah, y'all already know you hear fake gates like it's Rikers Island. You know where the hell I'm at. But again, you gotta come to that realization that the violence is only going to beget violence, and if you really got something to say to somebody, just say it to them, and you go on about your business. Like I said, you think I'm gonna waste my time going back and forth with somebody when I know it ain't necessary? Nah, ain't worth it. When I could be doing something else so much better. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. Dang it. You know, but it's the truth. Oh yeah, we ain't gonna be doing this all night. I see where this is going. Uh huh. Ooh ooh. Seeing some people say that the music is the main influencer when it comes to ignorance and violence, but I don't believe so. Because let's take a real look at it. We've had violence over the course of how long? Even before music was really music. So again, there's just the things that they see and that they witness. So that's always going to play. It's always going to play a role in that. And sometimes you don't necessarily even have to go back and forth with nobody. But we've seen situations where a person ain't even going back and forth, and yet and still somebody will still go that sucker route and still try to accost them or even possibly damage or harm them. And for what? Because you felt the type of way about something instead of moving or just leaving it alone. This is how you moved. Like, come on. But see, it's the thing too, and this is where another part of the problems come too. Sometimes these situations that occur don't even be because of a dude. It's not even because of dudes. Sometimes it really do be because of that. You have a disagreement with somebody, even if it's a female, and that's a problem right there. But in that same token, again, nobody deserves to lose their life over words. Again, nobody deserves to lose their life over words, especially words that really hold no value or hold nothing. You got to get back to realizing choices you make, especially those ones, will cost you your life. And you think that is, you honestly think that it's fun and games again until you realize how much damage you cause. And it would be nice if some of y'all would really wake up to that realization. Wake up to that realization that again, life is precious. Wake up to that realization again that you only get one shot to make something happen and make something good. And if you're not going to take that time out, if you're not going to even try to fathom that notion of elevation, you already a lost cause and you done lost this war. Forget a battle, you already lost the war. And critical thinking comes into play. Do I do this just to prove something to somebody, or do I just fall back from it? And that's the thing. Again, what's more important? My preservation of life or me trying to build and grow a reputation of hate, ignorance, and division? Me trying to prove myself to the quote unquote gang. What's more important? Give me 1 second. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Let me do this real quick again. Don't worry. We got you, Didi.
It's gonna be messing with a dog like me. D to the M to the X. Last I heard, you cowards was having sex with the same sex. I show no love. Empty out, no more. How you gonna
I'm sorry. Yeah. Since you want to cause distractions, man. And everybody smelling no damn toes, man. Wake up and smell the chronic in the air, not the gun smoke. Shoot. See, this is the thing. We in a society right now where some people don't know how to even have a general conversation without getting too built up or worked up over something. Again, when you supposed to be coming together with people and building, or you supposed to just be coming together for the betterment of something, gotta have an open mind and a heart to certain things. Marlene said, I prefer to smell the Henny. I hear you on that one. And I always ask this question at some point: when do we really stop hating each other, stop hating ourselves, and start loving ourselves and loving each other? That's the question that could be asked. But you'll be surprised. You might get a mixed reaction when it comes to that. Stop uniting over stupidity. Stop uniting when it's coming to gang up on somebody. Stop uniting for all the wrong when we could come together for the right. We need to unite, come together, and bring back some of the resources that are needed in our damn communities. Y'all don't be understanding that logic right there. Yes, I'm speaking to those who need to hear it. Because some of y'all act like you got a blockhead. Seriously act like you got something that's blocking your brain from understanding and learning something. Again, there is no rehearsals in life. You either gonna do what's necessary or you're not. You either gonna spread love and positivity and peace or you're not. And if you're not, then guess what? You are part of the problem. At some point, you get eradicated as well too. I said people will start banding up. People will start getting annoyed with all of the destruction that's happening. Because some people are going to see, we could be using and utilizing this for this. Why are we sitting there just allowing these people to dictate what's going on? If you want to tell me you letting anybody dictate your life just because you fear something, that's a problem right there. You ain't supposed to fear nobody but that man upstairs again, because that man got more power than anybody. More power than any weapon you could think of or try to concoct. Because if he wanted to at some point, everything would be gone. It's crazy, man. Just because I might have a fallout with you, or even if I don't have a fallout with you again, if I never even had a confrontation or even a word uttered amongst you, why should I have to worry about you not liking me or having a problem with me? Again, that's a form and a division of just being a bully or trying to be a bully. But you're gonna find out. Even bullies get stopped at some point. Same way with ignorance. At some point, most ignorance will get stopped because the people will get tired of seeing and hearing the same things that they hearing and seeing. And the people are going to see that, we're going to have to take further action on things. Like some of you will cry again and mope about situations that's out of your hands. Can't do it no more. If you wasn't trying to be a part of that, that winning solution, look, you're just going to take whatever and that's it. Sorry. Because in the long run, again, it makes no sense. Why should the kids have to worry about suffering? Why should innocents have to suffer? And you're not thinking again, you know, when you take an innocent life or you take somebody's life, you are definitely just messing up the fabric. You messing up the family fabric. Again, think about all these people who lost their lives and was either just, starting to have kids or already had kids, but they was young. Again, these people don't get a chance to have no real bond or no real interactions with their significant parent when they gone. They only get memories, pictures, and just the vibe of. And I think that's the worst thing in the world, especially the ones who are becoming new parents. They not gonna get a chance to watch their kid grow or even be a part of their kid's growth. A couple of people I knew for a fact I lost in my hood, and a couple of them had just became parents prior to them dying. So they ain't gonna never be able to get that chance. Their family might, but they're not gonna be able to get that chance to watch their kid grow, be a part of their life, be active, be visual in it. And that's the saddest thing about it all, man. We don't all have to get along and love and respect each other. No, we gotta respect each other. We don't all gotta love each other or shoot, we don't even gotta hate each other. But we should have a common decency and respect level all in all. We don't mesh, we just don't mesh. It's the saddest part of the world though. When people are just not thinking. And I'm gonna ask some of y'all again, what's more important? Life preservation and you actually having a life to live, Or you being locked up or dead? That's a question that you should ask yourself day in and day out. And some of y'all will be surprised that if you sit down and actually look in the mirror, look deep into your soul, you'll see that this is not what you want. Nobody should have to worry about getting killed to get on some coward stuff. You mean to tell me you would shoot somebody in the back of the head? So again, you're showing us a form of cowardice because you ain't even looking at the person. And again, it's crazy. You've had some people who lost their lives just over simple misidentity, mistaken identity. Instead of you really making sure this is your target, you just coming at somebody that looks like the target. Most people say they want to live free and they want to achieve something great. But in that same token, if you're moving around with the people that are not achieving nothing and moving great, what you expect to get? My bad, y'all, because every time I hear stories like that, I get pissed off. Get pissed all the way off. Another thing I'm getting pissed off with, again, I'm seeing more and more people homeless on the streets. It's a lot of things. Like I said, that part three to breaking them codes is coming. Give me 1 second again. Give me 1 second. I don't know. I'm just my bad. I was trying to do something. Even notice I muted my mic, man. Think it's about time for the real collective minds to start coming together, and at some point they will. The collective minds, the collective um, sergeant at arms, and everybody are going to start coming together. This army is going to have to get built. We're going to have to try to at least alleviate and push back a lot of these damn pressures that are plaguing us now. And for whatever we can't, that's already written to be that way, hey, we can't worry about that. The only thing we can worry about is trying to wake up those who really want to be woke and really want to make a difference. I'm saying the choice is yours at the end of the day. Do you want to live quote unquote free and at least not have to worry about being told when to wake up, when to go eat, when to shower, when to do this? Because you're not going to like it. And see, the ones that are moving sloppy and crazy, the ones that are moving with the guns and always prone to want to be in some sort of violent shootouts or just want to be a pester to society or a menace, again, at some point you meet your demise. When you out here, quote unquote, moving like you on demon time, you're going to get sent to those demons. And again, you need to look yourself in the mirror and decide what you want to do. Do you want to live free and try to accomplish something while you alive? Or are you going to waste your life and your time and end up being a victim of society, victim of casualties too? Because trust me, you can end up dying by that same gun you're moving with, or you end up locked up just for making a poor decision that you didn't necessarily have to make in the first place. It's just something for the people to think about. Like I said, you want to gang up for the right reasons. Don't gang up because you feel you got an advantage on somebody, especially somebody that's not being a threat to you. Again, you supposed to gang up and really come together when it comes to serious threats, like in your neighborhood. If you're allowing, if you got all the energy to fight each other and you don't got the energy to fight the people who are coming and making the damage or causing a disruption one way or another in your community, even on that level, then what does that say about you at the end of the day? Now, I appreciate everybody that's in here tonight again. I appreciate everybody in the eulogy family. You know, like I said, I try to do something every month, trying to figure out a few extra things. But for the members, some of y'all already know y'all good with those custom emojis for now. Anita, what's going on, baby? Yeah, my day was pretty good. I can't complain. I am a little upset, but I can't really complain. I'm only a little upset because, again, you know, hearing news like that, it kind of triggers things. You know, and again, it shows cowardice when you would take somebody's life and they not even looking. I hear you, Anita. I hope you had a great day as well too. Um, I already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button, and if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know, again, start teaching better, start showing better examples. It's time. Nah, I got some news about somebody that used to live out here, and it's crazy because again, this brother was young, like young, like didn't even deserve to lose his life. Not in the streets, never been a harm or disrespect or anything to anybody. Living your life accordingly. They think everybody in life is moving violent and stupidly. No, most people are just living they grand life. They shouldn't have to worry about their life getting cut short because of ignorance when it comes to guns. And again, if you always got to resort to a gun, again, it shows the weakness in character in you because it shows you can't fight, you can't take a scuffle, and you can't take the fact of losing a fight. Guess what? You're not going to win every battle. You're going to lose at some point. I appreciate that, but you know, I feel more bad for his father because again, his father had to bury his brother years ago because of a situation like that, and now you got to bury your son the same way. I think that's the saddest thing in the world when people are tragically getting their lives cut, even the ones that are not bothering nobody. They got to get their lives cut because of ignorance and sheer stupidity. It's crazy, man. You know, and again, prayers to those who have lost family members, especially young ones, due to the circumstances of gun violence. Some people need to understand if you have an issue with somebody, you're supposed to settle it accordingly. A gun, again, should be a last resort. Only way I should think about even using a gun is if it's a situation where my family definitely got harmed, and I'm getting my get back. Ain't gonna be I'm waiting for no law to handle nothing because 9 out of 10, I'm gonna end up catching that sucker before the law do. And again, that is a form of just being a bully and a weak-minded bully on top of that. Because if I don't need my gun in a certain situation, I'm gonna use my brain. I'm gonna use the weapons I was born with. If I don't beat you with the mind, I have to beat you with the hands. If I can't beat you with either, hey, that's probably a battle I ain't gonna win right away. But I ain't gonna go back and forth every day with it either, especially if it's not on nothing. Period. Ah, man. Saddest thing in the world when somebody got to bury family members, especially those who are moving the right way. Because again, it sends a shock wave through their body, sends a shock wave through the family. And when it's all said and done, that right there could drive some of them to go off the rails because they not expecting or they not trying to really accept what was just given to them. Death. Again, everybody gonna deal with it different. But in that same token, you're gonna have those who really avenge and ride out for their family. So if you've done something and you ain't gonna turn yourself in, or you think you just gonna be on the road forever, at some point you do get caught. Because that higher intervention will definitely put something on you. Don't think that just because you thought you got away with something that you fully get away with something. Because it's gonna eat at you one way or another. Again, you're gonna definitely feel that consequence. Man. But the link is pinned in the chat in case anybody want to chime in on the situation. Um, and at some point, the people are going to have to come together and realize we need strength in numbers. And we can't have strength in numbers if we losing our peoples on the battlefield left and right. Ah, man. No, and it's not even just on here. Like I said, I'm not even talking about what goes on here because this thing that I'm talking about happened in actual time. But I get where y'all coming from too, because there's always stupidness that happens on here too. And some people have lost their lives over internet beefing or just over sheer stupidity that's in the streets. Again, what's more important, your life preservation and you trying to actually be something in life, or death from the streets or death behind bars? The choice is yours, though, at the end of the day. But I was figuring some of y'all would wake up and make the right decision. You know, you have to carefully think. You know, you are setting the wrong type of precedent, and at some point, you gonna get what's coming to you. You know, again, some of y'all gonna have to take that necessary step and take back what's rightfully yours. Your communities are yours, whether you believe it or not. Things that are missing out these communities, y'all gonna have to come together and start building and start growing something better. I can't. I don't know, really. I could say for the most part, eliminating some of the problems that we know we can eliminate. That's a start. Can't get rid of violence and ignorance because that's always going to seem to be around. Because as long as some people don't love and care for themselves, they ain't gonna love and care what other people are doing. We see this day in and day out. Dawn, what's going on, baby? Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know, and this is what I'm saying. You know, again, love your life. Even if things ain't moving as smooth, you got to find a way to make it smooth, make it work for you, and then you can show a blueprint and build something better. James, what's going on, my guy? Well, you got to think. This is getting crucial, man. Why should people be losing their lives before time when they got so much to offer and give? See, even when it come down to the youth and the teens who have lost their lives, and they was just living their everyday normal life, it becomes a problem. Because again, when innocents get hurt, innocents get killed, you disturbing the balance that was there. And you're creating an unnecessary drama that's gonna haunt you. And it will haunt you for the rest of your life. Yes, Anita, there's two James in this chat. Got red shirt James and James number 8. You ain't James number 1 over here, son. James number 1 is red shirt. James number 2 is you, son. Let me stop causing the division tactic for somebody to think I'm doing that. No. Well, again, just got to do something outside of just creating nonsense and chaos. And for the betterment of the people around you and for the betterment of your own community and even your own well-being, try to be a part of something that could be useful. Stop trying to be a part of something that's always causing hate, division, and segregation. We ain't trying to, Anita, but look, we got 2 Jameses in here. Oh, no. It's actually 3, but I know one of them ain't been in here in a little bit, so yeah. I'm gonna start counting down y'all names in here. And in my opinion, that's a form of narcissism when you are trying to come at people again that are not in these streets. Like some of y'all thinking that you getting kudos for trying to bother or pester people who are regular 9 to 5ers or people who are just living their best life with their families. And you're gonna get what's coming to you because at some point that bullying tactic gets thrown on you. And a lot of y'all are not tough again unless you either in numbers or you know you got that hammer. I don't need a hammer nor anything to prove that I could rump with the best of them and that I know how to defend myself in the event of anything. I shouldn't have to need a weapon at all. Now, I think it kind of served me right throughout my whole entire existence right here. Because not one time did I really have to resort to a gun. The one time I thought I was going to and almost came close to it, the right people intervened again. Like, what are you doing? Like, you bugged out right now. What you was going to do with that? To this day right now, even if I'm saying I got a license to carry, nobody's giving me nothing because they already know what it is with me. They already know what it is. No, I'm not hot-headed. No, I'm not going to be moving like some of these idiots out here. I can call y'all idiots because if you, again, got to go to the gun and not think about the hands, you're an idiot. Take it out. You want to take it. My reason why they won't get me no gun because they know exactly where I'm aiming for. And when I aim for these ligaments, you're going to have time to think, do I really want to try to run down on something again? Like, come on. I'm not doing none of these sort unless I necessarily have to. That's the preservation of life. Doing what you don't necessarily have to survive. I don't gotta sit here and be in those streets. I don't gotta hustle. I don't gotta do nothing of the sort just to try to make myself something successful. I could use what was given to me, which was knowledge, strong talking, and just observation, and see the things around me and say, this is something I don't want. This is something I know for a fact I do want. You know, and I appreciate all y'all for dropping links and showing love. Like I said, definitely some good ones, man. Definitely good supporters, good content creators, and all around the board. You know, we got to take back what's rightfully ours, our communities. Even for those who are building on here toughly, this is your community. And if you're allowing certain things to invade your space and you ain't gonna stand on it, you're gonna constantly keep getting interruptions and peanut butter and jelly madness that you don't need. Yeah, Anita, and that's what I'm saying. Nobody should have to worry about somebody losing their life, especially when it was senseless. It didn't even necessarily have to happen. But again, you got some people who get too beyond themselves and trigger happy and feel anything that they want to present, they want to present it. I remember a story, and this was a mob story too. I remember one of these people that ended up getting killed. The main person, which was his best friend, said it himself. He was one of those people that he didn't care. So it was obvious at some point he was going to meet his demise too. You was doing certain things just because you felt you had the power to do it, even when people wasn't bothering you. So again, you get what's coming to you. If you don't get that jail system, you won't get death. And he didn't manage to get jail system before that. And he almost did. But fate intervened before he even was able to be arrested. So that goes to show you, when you move in a specific way in life and you moving by that gun, you gonna die by that gun. You out here stabbing people, you might end up getting stabbed. You out here robbing people, at some point you're gonna get robbed. Again, these karmas do come back one way or another. And when they come back twice as hard, you're gonna feel it. It's gonna definitely leave an indentation in your soul that shouldn't be left. And this is my thing. For those who are not in the gangs, right? Or those who had gang mob ties or whatever. Again, you got to be mindful and just be airy, because you want to have ignorance again. And I've always felt this. I'm not a street cat, but I just know it's some things that shouldn't be done in the streets at all. Innocents losing their life shouldn't happen in the streets at all. People getting picked on that's not supposed to be picked on shouldn't happen at all. Some of y'all moving and ganging up on the wrong people when you shouldn't be, that shouldn't be happening at all. But most people are going to sit back and allow it to happen. Because again, it's become to a point now where nobody is standing up on anything. They just recording everything and trying to get a viral moment. Like I said, the other day I had to really intervene to some degree, because I'm like, you getting ready to record a damn fight instead of saying, let me stop this fight. Even down to some of the elder folks. I just had to bring up an elder fight a couple weeks ago. I ain't talk about it because it wasn't really of importance. But then again, it also shows too, some people will really be bitter enemies to damn near the end. But my thing is, y'all both are crippled. So what did y'all think y'all was going to get done? Besides yelling at each other, what did you think you was going to get done? You got a walker, she got a scooter. Like, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Some things are not that deep. But to some people, it'll go deep. I can understand that, Anita. And you know what? Some are going to have hate because they feel like you left the quote unquote brotherhood or the unity. But what unity is there when everybody is trying to get one up over each other and you're not uniting to try to make something better happen? Yeah, you're going to have people that's going to feel a type of way if they felt you left the family. But in some tokens, everybody leaves their family. That don't mean they leaving them for dead. That just means they leaving for something greater. And 9 out of 10, if they find whatever is great for them and that could be beneficial, that could help other ones, they'll probably come back and scoop y'all up if you really committed. You gotta look at it like prime example. You got some people who was on their way to making big successes and big changes and never got a chance to because they didn't get a chance to really succeed, or because they came back to show love in their areas. The people that was hating so badly, you know, decided this is how they was going to do it. On the panel, yeah, you more than welcome. If you want to hit the panel, Anita, you more than welcome. And you know why? It's always going to be the opposites too, though, Anita. Because again, if you was entangled and you was with a specific gang that's beefing with a specific gang, sometimes they beefs go forever. And a lot of times it don't even they sometimes they don't even fully know where some of their beef started from. Some of these people that are joining or some of these people who was getting into these type of lifestyles is because they ain't have nobody to set them right and keep them out of it. See, that's the thing though with some situations. Once you're a part of an organization, you gonna always be a part of that, even when you don't. You always gonna be a part of that because again, that's a quote unquote representation that you done been here. Hold on, I got you, Anita. I got you, baby. Anita, what's going on, baby? Anita. Oh Lord, she done came up here and froze on me. Oh, come on, Anita. Talk to me. Say something, baby. Oh, what? You ain't even saying nothing, baby. Try to come back up, Anita. I don't know what's going on. I didn't hear nothing. And you was on the stage with me, so. Oh, man. Telling you. Well, just try again, Anita, because you was up here, but I didn't hear nothing. Check your microphone and stuff like that, too, because probably was having a. You was up. I had you on the panel. It's just I wasn't hearing nothing. Try to see what's going on with your mic because I added you to the stream. You know, and again, you want to have those who are going to have sheer hate and ignorance for you, and some people just got it because they see something that they don't see. If you got a specific glow about you that some people see or that others are seeing, they gonna want that same glow. But in the same token, you have to find what works for you in life, and again, produce what's going on. Again, somebody gotta worry about burying a child because of stupidity in the streets. And it's not even that they kid was being into anything, just ignorant people not thinking before doing. Oh man. Well, Anita, if you want to try again, you're more than welcome. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I added you on the stream. I just didn't get no feedback, no sound, no nothing. The link is pinned for anybody that want to tune in or chime in on the conversations. Cause see, these are the type of conversations it's always good for people to get an understanding on. I got you now, baby.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on,
Okay,
Anita, baby?
awesome. Not much, just chilling. How about you?
I'm chilling. Workflow as always.
You're always on workflow. Need rest.
At some point. At some point.
No, I just wanted to jump on really quick and say, I'm sorry about whoever got shot. I have lost many, many friends and family members to guns, and it's ridiculous. I can't believe that I used to join in on all that stuff.
Yeah, but see, look, you was young, and again, when it's different backgrounds. And see, look, some people are actually forced into, joining these lifestyles because, again, when they don't have no real set boundary at home or they don't have no real immediate family that could push them in the right direction, like shout outs to Harry. He said it himself. He was like, I wish my uncle would have just grabbed me to the side, like, yo, you moving wrong, you doing this. But you're going to have people that want to see that type of destruction, even your own family.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, with my family, you were born into the gang. You were taught to be a gang member from a young age. Not necessarily with my father. My father was the only one that wasn't a gang member. He did well. Him and my mom did really well, and got us out of the hood and stuff. But I didn't like that life, and I thought that the gang life was better, and I chose to go do that. And I left home at a really early age. Got emancipated, left, joined the gang, opposite from my family members. So therefore, I created a lot of a lot of stress, grief on myself, because now I have to be against my own cousins and stuff, and so therefore it was just a lot of tension. And I'm just so glad that God got me out right before it all went down. We were all being watched. Didn't know we were being watched for about 4 years. And 2 weeks before everybody, all our doors and stuff got knocked down, and SWAT team came in and stuff. And I'm telling you, it was 2 weeks before when we stopped and we said that we were going to start serving God. And where that came from, I don't know. My husband just one day said, let's serve God, let's leave the gang. And I said, okay, and 2 weeks later, and I had kids and stuff. And I'm so glad that we left that life at that time, because our house didn't have nothing in it, so therefore, we were clean. All my cousins and stuff are now in prison for the rest of their lives for what we were doing. So by the grace of God, I'm still here. But 2 years ago, when I was getting chemo, I was had to go to the emergency room. I wasn't feeling well and stuff, and I was in the emergency room, and I see this guy and this girl come in, and this guy's like looking at me, and I'm like, oh great. And I knew who he was. He was an opposite gang member, and he was telling his girl, like, hey, like, you got to take care of her and stuff. And I was just kind of like, oh really, like, are you kidding me, like right now, and I was just praying in my head, like, God, like, really, like, I can't do this right now, I don't want to lose my life, like, to a gun. I'm sitting here fighting cancer, and luckily the girl cowered out, and the security guard seen that when he went and flashed his gun, like, it was in his waist, and he kind of flashed it to me, and I just kind of like nodded, like, okay, and I knew that when I left, he was gonna probably go out, be out there waiting for me. But luckily the security guard seen him flash his gun, and he ended up getting arrested that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope I never come across him again, because if I do, it's probably not going to be good, because he got arrested, at the hospital, doing something he shouldn't have been doing, in the first place. But yeah, like, you just never know when you're young. You could think you're doing these dope things, when you're like in the hood, and you got these cars, and you know all this jewelry and money, and you're flashing stuff, and you're living in a nice big ass house, and that's all fake. It's fake. It's not the right way to live, because it could catch up to you in your later years, because other people haven't got smart enough or had enough love to know that that's not the right way to live. And so therefore, what you've done in your younger years could affect it when you're older. And then, you know, I've seen my family members that have not got out of the gang and their kids aren't in the gangs, but their kids are getting killed by the other gang members, just to get back at them, and it's horrible. I can never imagine losing one of my babies because of something that I did in the past. It's just a dumb cycle. Like, what happened to fighting? What happened to that? I mean, I'm not condoning fighting either, but I'm just saying, like, if you would really have something that bad, like, to get out of you, what happened to the punches?
That went out the window. I'm telling you. And
I,
definitely prayers, and it's sad that you had to go through that. And, again, nobody should have to go through that at all. Hold on. Chill
no,
town,
but
what's going on, my guy? Neff, what's going on, baby? Yeah, but we
I,
here for you because again, nobody should have to go through that and see, a lot of times that be the intervention of that man upstairs because you already done, you serving your purpose right now, you moving the way you supposed to be moving in life. And you're gonna have those again that, they want to try to steal that joy. But, that's the only thing I was saying about like as far as the gang life to a degree. Even when you leave it, you still ain't fully leaving because you're gonna have those who still thinking you gang, even when you
oh
done
yeah,
left. So
definitely. And I'm completely tattooed up, from my neck to my feet. I'm completely tatted. So anywhere I go, it doesn't matter, how I'm dressed. People stare at me. People are going to look at me. I always get comments, especially from Christians, like, why are you tattooed up if you're a Christian? Like, I used to live a different life, you know, and my tattoos are not offensive. If you look at my tattoos, none of them are really offensive. A lot of them are, you know, Christian tattoos, if you really look at them, So
yeah,
I don't know, people are gonna, and especially in my family, it was really frowned upon, and I was disowned by my grandpa when I started getting tattoos when I started getting tattoos like that were visible. I
yeah,
got disowned. I was like, as a Mexican woman, it's like a disgrace, You're not supposed to do that to your body. And I was always in the mindset, like, where I don't care what anybody else thinks. I mean, and to a certain degree, I really don't care what anybody thinks still now. This is who I
yeah,
am. This, and it showed who I, there's a story, and certain people, like, I could reach out to other people that some people can't reach to, when it comes, to God, because I could reach
mhm,
out to other girls that have been in the life, or like are running in that life, and see, I have tattoos and stuff, and so they're gonna be like, oh yeah, she really did live that life, and she got out. So, I could reach somebody that maybe some other person can't. And I had to learn that at the beginning. I was like, I wish I didn't have these tattoos. I just, I just wish I was somebody different. But then I learned, no, this is who I am. It's who I was. And, I could, I love that I could reach somebody else, that another person can't, that goes for everybody, we all could reach out to different people.
yeah. Nah, and you give them the best light and example a lot of times because some people really need to see that for themselves. Like, damn, this is really what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even those who are coming home from jail right now, some of them I know that just came home, especially in my area, they still, like I said, they still got a head on a swivel, even though they've been gone for a minute. But they still on the likes of, nah, man, we not allowing this. And I just watched one the other day, literally grab up one of these youngins, not grab them up in per se the way they felt the type of way, but he grabbed them up real quick, like, yo, bro, you moving wild crazy. Who you? Bro, bro, you better go ask your father about me. He said, he said, my name alone should have said something. You better go ask your parents and them about me. They'll tell you the same thing. I ain't just grabbing you for no reason. He was still
Yeah.
trying to get, oh, you just got home. You don't know what's going on. He said, I know enough to know that it's the same repeated cycle. He was like, man, listen, you think you out here trying to do something, at some point somebody going to end up doing you the wrong way. So you better get yourself right. And if you got opportunities, especially you still young, bro, he said, look here, you what, 16, 17? He said, nigga, I was in jail at 15. He said, I'm just now coming home. Like, come on, bro. Like, I missed out a damn near portion of my life. He said, I'm in my 50s. He said, I ain't going to get half of my life back the way I'm supposed to because I made a poor decision. So I was the same
Yeah.
age you were making a poor decision.
Yeah. You know, I'm very blessed that I'm not in jail. Unfortunately, all my cousins are in jail now, and now their kids are growing up without a dad and having to visit them in a prison. And I'm glad that that wasn't what was meant for me and my husband. And my husband's struggling right now, so if you guys could just keep him in prayer, that'd be awesome. He's been struggling, to go back to the old lifestyle, and so if you guys could just keep him in prayer, I'd really appreciate that. He
Gotcha.
has a lot of, he has a lot of stress, with me with having cancer, and um, it's a lot on him.
Nah, I'd be a lot on anybody. But we the family here, so when prayers
Yeah,
go out, they go out for real. And
yeah,
again, it's trouble for anybody.
and I thank you, for your channel. I'm really blessed that I came across your channel, and I love everybody that's in the chat. You guys have always been so positive, and been there for me, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Look here, this is the balance I said I was presenting on here from Jump Street. Because again, you want to be able to come somewhere, build, grow, and you don't got to necessarily worry about drama inside and out all day, every day. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all laughter and y'all balance or whatever, especially when the idiots come through. Other than that, I'm still gonna stick on my topic because those topics are genuine and we need to stop overlooking them. That
Yeah, I don't know. I just really appreciate you, and like I don't think like what your channel really does for me. So I just wanted to let you know that like you're really doing something.
and I appreciate you for even being on the journey because again, do start with the people. And that's the one thing to realize. You're gonna have to reach the people one way or another. You know, Music brings a lot of people together, but also a good, strong conversation, a healthy, balanced one that brings people together too. And
Yeah,
what you just did right there was give not just the world, but you gave a message out that's needed to those who need to hear it. You can escape certain things, or you could, move away from certain positions in your life, especially if it's not leading you anywhere positive. And when you
yeah,
do have that calling to do so, you need to do so in time, or that could be your last time doing anything.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But well, I'll get off the panel now. I just wanted just to just to say a little something, because I always want to jump on the panel, but I'm always so nervous, to talk. So um
Well, it's all
thank you
good though.
guys. I really appreciate your guys' prayers this last week when I was in the hospital and stuff. It means a lot to me. It really does. And I'm home now. I got home today, so I'm pretty rested and stuff. So I'm just chilling for the rest of the night. So I love you guys all. I'm gonna go back to the chat now. Thanks.
No, we love you too, baby, and
Love
definitely
you,
get better.
baby.
And you're always more than welcome to pop in on the panel, especially when it's a conversation that you want to bring something to. You're more than welcome. You're the family, so
Yeah, we're all family now. I love it.
yeah,
I'll
y'all stuck with me,
I'll jump on another panel next time.
no doubt.
All right.
Stupidity. Shout outs to Anita. Shout outs to Anita for popping in. And again, hopefully those who catch this replay will, grab something out of this. Again, you have people who have been moving in the life or was in the life, and guess what? You know, they decided that this wasn't the move that they wanted to do. This ain't the move that was promised to them. So, they made the right strides. Marianne, what's going on, baby? Neff, what's going on, baby? I see all y'all in here. But again, you're gonna have people coming from different walks of life. Some people have come from that gang life to where it was really that crucial. And again, you have some who were able to escape it, and you have those who wasn't. And the ones who wasn't, they wish to God that they would have. Think about it. What's more important again, your life preservation and you actually trying to, build and be something in life, or you being behind bars or dead? That's a question again that some people need to start asking, you know. And we giving healing prayers to those who definitely need it right now. Again, whether it's the physical health or your mental health, again, this is a family. This is like a family structure here. For those who might be new here, for those who could be coming here, this is the type of balance again you're gonna get. Strong conversations, strong panels with people who come in. There is no bullying of any sort. You know, the one thing we do demand is respect. If not anything else, we demand respect, and we demand love, because we already got enough division and hate as it is. Shouldn't have that when you come into a place like this. Place like this, you're gonna always want to come back. I don't care if it's every day. You're gonna want to come back and see what's going on. You're gonna want to get those good vibes with the people. And again, it's just something to think about, y'all. What's more important? Bringing good positive strides and good vibes, or are we just gonna settle for less all the time? And again, I could say I love and appreciate everybody that's been on this build and on this road, still on this road building, because again, we have to get to a common ground in life. And even on here, we got to get to a common ground. And you have people right now who are standing adamant on trying to make changes even in this community, the web community. You know, you're going to have people they're going to be spiteful and hateful. Let them be spiteful and hateful all they want to. You know, again, they don't dictate your emotion or dictate how you move the ship. Only you do that. And on this build, like even on this build here, you know, definitely have met some very interesting people. And I've met some great people. And I've met some people that I wish I would have never met. But again, this is what you have to deal with. You have to take the good with the bad, the sweet with the sour. But in that same token, again, nobody should have to lose their life senselessly because people can't start making sense. People don't learn how to just, I'm going to leave it be. It ain't that serious. I ain't going to do that. And seeing this is the thing too. When some people live a specific lifestyle and then they decide to leave from it, and it's not even just gang life. You got some people who was just moving wrong the whole time. It wasn't even a part of a gang. And some people, when they do decide to make that leap and adjustment, a lot of times it do benefit them. And for the ones who waited too late, we see the results. They either get locked up or they end up getting killed. Or they end up being seriously hurt for life. And you got to ask another question. What's more important? Me being able to walk this earth or me being in the chair. And I ain't talking about no wheelchair. So y'all don't let that ball go over your head neither. Because in certain spots and certain places, they ain't playing with y'all. They quick to put you in that chair if they have to. Whether it's through injection or by that electricity. So you got a choice to make too. You know? Anita, don't sound like that. You sounded good to me, and you more than welcome to always pop in on this panel. Don't even try to feed that. You know I don't want to hear that negative talk, baby. You good. You spoke from the heart. You spoke what was needed. Like a lot of people need to do. Just speak from the heart sometimes. Stop speaking from a place of falsehood and start speaking from the heart. We need more on that. And that's what we're gonna keep getting. You're gonna get people who are just gonna stand up and they're gonna move the way they see fit. We love you too, Anita, baby. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I love everybody that's been here and still here. Y'all are family. Y'all are an extension of the family. You know, and this is what I'm saying. Some people gotta learn that you could come together under one roof, and it doesn't always gotta lead to something unnecessary or violent. You could come together, have a good, strong build conversation, have some laughs, and you leave here not feeling the type of way. You actually leave here thinking. The one thing I can tell you, if not one time you didn't leave out of one of these lives thinking about something, then obviously I ain't do something right. And I'll do it again if I have to, just so you get it. Like, I'm gonna be real when it comes to these type of topics, because again, we gotta wake the people up, and not just our people. We waking up everybody. Everybody that know they could be a beneficial part of that future, you're gonna have to wake up to realizations, because things that affect kids, things that affect elderly folks, things that affect us in general affect everybody. And some people are not going to rest until, again, they make their statements clear as day. I'm one of them. So I don't care. You don't got to like me. You don't got to love me. Shoot. You don't even got to say nothing to me. But you will respect the damn process that's going on. And I will be adamant on that. If I got to put a foot on your neck every day to let you know it, I'm going to let you know it. Because again, you have people that think some of these platforms are just full of, petty squabbles. This ain't junior high over here. Not on my channel. This ain't junior high. And I'm not no dean of no school. This is a place of love, respect, boundaries, and just great building. You can't understand that, then you need to figure out what your mental block is and fix that before you can get with anybody. Again, the link is pinned in case anybody want to chime in. If not, I'm not going to hold y'all all night. I believe, I'm not too sure. I might be wrong. Yeah, I could be. I think I am wrong. But oh shoot, hold on. I knew I was supposed to do something too, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm still here, but give me 1 second. I forgot about something. I was supposed to do this earlier, but I'm gonna do it now. I gotta definitely show my sis some love. Definitely gotta show my sis some love. Gotta show two of my people some love. My bad. And again, you got some good people who gonna always come through. They're gonna always be part of the conversation and a part of what's going on because they believe in it too. You know, this is what I'm saying. You have to love something in life outside of ignorance and stupidity. And again, you sit there and allow people to draw out the wrong type of attention or draw you out of that calm comfort zone. We are calm, collective people, one way or another. I hear you, Anita, on that one. I don't think nobody likes that, but if it is necessary to do so, you ain't got no other choice. Oh wait, I was supposed to do this again too. My bad. I messed up again. I messed up again. Damn it. I always do that same madness. My bad. Oh yeah, and shout outs to my sis. I see she live too. Again, you got good people who are gonna be on here one way or another. And they always gonna add something or contribute something to the conversation. Add it. Drop my sister's link again too. Shout outs to Eve James. Shout outs to all the real ones who really be in here day in and day out and actually doing something. Shout outs to those who come and enjoy the conversation, even in the shadows. Like I said, shout outs to the whole family in here. Whether you are part of the memberships or not, you still are part of the family because you still are riding and rocking out and supporting something that's real. You know, and again, conversations are real because they affect us every day. When we turn off these apps, when we turn off TV and go outside, we see half of the things that we speak about day in and day out. So until we are able to stand firm and start taking back what's collectively ours, it's going to be a long battle. Definitely going to be a long war. But at some point, people will rise up. And when they do, it's going to be grand. So definitely just needed to get that out there tonight. Um, I was going to set that. I was going to set this earlier than 10:30, but yeah, had too much noise, especially unwanted music around me. So said, let me just give myself a good, decent balance. Um, and the main help that's going to come is going to have to be from us. We're going to have to really start being more beneficial. Again, we got to show the blueprint to the world, and that's what we are going to do. At least here, we're going to try to slow down the processes that are killing us, and just do what's necessary for us. Again, again, how can we enjoy our lives, or how could we, get ourselves at least back to some form of normalcy, you know? And the people that will help, the people who will be a beneficial part of something, it's coming. And for those who are already standing up on the battlefronts, no matter what it is they're doing, continue to do so. And again, nobody should have to worry about losing their life in violence, especially cowardice violence. Never gonna get no, you're never gonna get no kudos for that. But again, y'all, not gonna hold y'all all night. I don't know if word got alive or, but I know my sis Eve is definitely live right now. Link is pinned up again, but I feel I mostly had to get out what I had to get out. And again, shout out to Anita for popping in and also giving, her story. And you're gonna have people like that that's always gonna have something powerful or positive to bring to the table. And like I said, I definitely got some people who I'm gonna probably get up on this panel one day and let them tell their stories as well too. I got not just males but females as well that have either been part of that street life one way or another, and they'll tell you the same thing. It ain't worth it. They was better off getting a job, or they was better off trying to, apply themselves to something greater than what they was doing. When you continuously choose a certain path in life, especially if it's not meaning well, or if it's just causing pain and headaches, at some point, you're going to get that pain and headache. And I'm going to give prayers to those who might be struggling with thinking about going back to any form of life that they had before. Prayers that you keep your mind strong, keep your mind elevated, and hopefully you do find something that will definitely just keep you away from going back. See, some people end up going back because, again, they don't have nothing to look forward to. And some people are going to go back because that's all they know. They ain't think to know anything else or try to apply themselves to anything else. Some people eat, sleep, and shit gang life. Same way with street life. I can tell you this, a hustler ain't supposed to hustle forever. Not unless it's they hustling on different parameters of the game. But as far as street hustling, that don't last forever. Even if you made it a career, you don't really get no benefits. If you ain't learned nothing about what's going on, and since some of y'all claim to know what life is really about, you better look at some of these shows that had to deal with nothing but gangs. You'll see some of them go through the same turmoils regular people go through. It's just at a higher expense. Because apparently in that gang life, in most of them gang situations, there is no way of you getting out. Unless you really got that respect level up there to where they ain't got no choice but to leave it be. Majority of the times, you still ain't even free. Even after you get free from the gang, you still not free. Because those people you on the opposite side you might have beef with, now they gonna still believe you doing this or you doing that. Even after you gone, you can get all your tatted x'd out and all of that. That still don't mean nothing. And see, that's where most of it starts though. Some end up younger than that. Willis. Some people end up trying to quote unquote join the gang before they even 10. And in certain gang instances, they will allow kids to come up in there because that's always they lookouts. That's they quote unquote little hitters and they little shooters, etc., etc. But again, that's breaking the code. Because instead of you pushing that kid for something negative, you should be pushing them for something positive. But look here, it was to a point now where even people was trying to get me down at one point. And this was always something through our life. I had people that was literally like really gang tied in and oh son, you might as well come home or you might as well. And every time I used to hear that, I used to tell them, nigga, I am home. I'm not locked up and I'm not dead, so I am home. What the hell am I coming to? Like, I don't need to follow nothing. I barely follow my own rules sometimes without having to spaz out. You think I'm gonna follow y'all rules? I'm good. I move the way I move, and I move the way I see fit. I'm not with that coming to meetings and doing all that extra stuff left and right. Half of that stuff you want to require that's supposed to be a quote unquote test for brotherhood, man. Listen, I ain't going for all of that. Because of that same token, I could be giving all my love to the gang and then the gang shit on me. Seen that happen in certain cases. Some people all for the gang, and the gang shit on them one way or another. Yeah, Anita, when you start sharing, or even when you do the uploads, I would tell you right now, just start with the uploads and work your way up to the stream yard, even the premieres. You got a message too, and the world needs to hear that. Even those who are on that side of the fence right now, that might want to make a change. You are inspiration. Don't ever think that you're not. And that goes for anybody. Don't ever think that you're not an inspiration or whatever you bring here to these conversations. You are. And that's anybody. You could be an inspiration in life and be an inspiration to those because you are giving them a portion, not just of your life, but a portion of, the things that you've been through. So, so I said I'm always going to be able to have a conversation with the people and even bring people into the conversation because again, their words mean something. So I ain't gonna hold y'all all night. Um, Definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. For those who might be coming in late, you already know you can catch that replay. For all the Shadow Mafia babies, y'all know what it is. Definitely appreciate y'all for rocking out. Um, okay, you can't smoke for 5 months. Okay. Hello, how are you? Let's try this again. Hello, how are you? Hope all is well with you. Like again, this is what I be talking about. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Okay. And guess what? You still did not come in here and say, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm seeing I'm gonna end up clipping you at some point. What up, though?
What up, though? Man, I've been trying to get up here for like the last 7 minutes. The Wi-Fi is horrible. What up, though? Huh? What you say, man?
I've been on here like what, almost 2.5 hours.
Oh, I've been listening the whole time. I've been in the shadows. It's like I be typing in 1 minute, and like the whole screen will go up. Because she giving you hickeys. My wife talking about how she keep getting hickey marks because the baby falling asleep breastfeeding, just reaching for whatever's there. But no, when Anita was up there, I wanted to jump up there too, and I couldn't get no good reception. I had to turn my phone off and turn it back on. I'm out in the sticks, bro. But like what she was saying was right. Like I ain't never been in the game. Like it was it was more my family. You know what I'm saying? My stepdad's family. But the organization they was in, like it's Googleable. Is that even a word? I heard like 7 people say that shit today. Googleable. If not, is a word now. It's Googleable. But yeah, they had to send the National Guard in to shut them down. So like when I start coming up, I guess they tried to put it back together. Um, but it was more like family. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like people I didn't know. It was literally like these people I'm calling uncles and stuff. But I mean, we running book bags at 11. I didn't know what was in the book bag. I just know I dropped one off, take another one up, take it back to the house. They give me $200. You know, I didn't know until I got older. We having conversations what was actually going down at that time. But when I turned like 13, we hit the block. They gave us a little something. We hit the block. And when I turned like 16, 17, I was playing sports and they was trying to keep me out of it. So I went and did my own thing. I already knew everything. I've been watching y'all for years. Like I didn't watch them cut up and all different types of stuff. So I done watched everything. So now I got my own little posse, knuckleheads running around. And then you just link up with, who cool and who not. But my family, like my people, and everybody knew me from my uncle. So they know if something happened to me, it's gonna be a problem. So it wasn't like the traditional way, but I understand because I got people who are in gangs, and helped a couple of them out. You know, had to relocate one of them just to get out of it. I mean, that ain't nothing to play with. Like that gang life, and it ain't got. There's only two ends to it. Naturally, either death or in jail. And like you were saying earlier, do you really? How do you value your life? Do you want a life where you can actually live it, or you gonna be worried about getting put in a casket or behind shells? That's the only thing. A lot of people get into it, like Anita was saying, you born into it. I was kind of bred into it, and I know people who were born into that lifestyle, and that's all they know. But then I know people who play with the shit. And I know people who came from the suburbs, went into the hood. Now they want to join the gang. But what you don't understand, like I know it's different for everybody else. And I hear people talk. But the way I came up, there's casualties in war, bro. They don't care about your mama, your dad. They don't care if people old or nothing. They don't care if you're goldfish and none of that. They get everything. If you piss somebody off, half the time they won't even come after you, bro. They'll come after something you love. If they hurt you, they can't get their money and they can't say you in pain. So they take something you love, and that can be a kid, that can be a mother, a brother, a sister. That's just how. That's how they think up here. I don't know how it is everywhere else. I can't speak for that, but that's like when I be hearing people talk, and I'm looking like shit. You lucky if it was rules and regulations, because I know if I did something stupid to piss somebody off, I put my mama in danger. They ain't even coming after me. They coming after my OG. But you know, that's what people don't understand. You think it's rules and regulations and guidelines. Nah, man. Shit don't fly like that.
Mm. Now, and that's the sad part about it. What you just said was absolutely factual. Because again, if you move in a certain way in life, guess what? That is gonna come back to you one way or another. See, like I told somebody, see, I can move around comfortably because I haven't done nothing personally to nobody. If I said something that might have rubbed you the wrong way, hey, if you didn't address it or if you didn't say nothing and I'm not aware of it, I'm gonna keep moving what I've been. I'm gonna keep moving the way I've been moving, and that's not no shot at nothing. That's just the principle. You know, you are supposed to live your life freely, and me, I'm carefree to a degree because I would rather be in a carefree status right now than where I was at before. Again, anybody can make any type of change in their life, even if you ain't in the streets wild crazy. It's certain things street aspect wise that will drive you to go crazy. You know, like I said, I've lost some people not so much because of gang activity. Some people lost their lives just living their normal life. And then and like I said, it's been over 20 something years since this girl passed away. And like I said, I do think about it every day because she wasn't but so much older than me, but it still is crazy that, it was already bad enough. She looked like, she already was looking like an adult. But for the fact that, you got killed over some pettiness that didn't even need to happen, you know, it goes to show you some people just don't value anything. And it's sad when a young person gotta lose their life and they had so much to offer and they not doing nothing of the sort to where they should feel they gotta lose their life. But again, you got some people that move like that. They don't care. If they can't get you one way or another, they gonna get somebody. They gonna draw you out one way or another, basically. Mel, what's going on, baby? Yeah, because this topic kind of threw me all the way off today too. Because I was like, like I was talking to my aunt earlier because I went out to go, chill out for a minute, and she was like, and when she brought it up, I'm like, when she asked me a specific name, I'm like, I remember his. I said, I remember that person, brother. I said, but I didn't notice that that was her son that got killed recently, and I'm just like, wait, what? That's what I'm saying. Young man, not even 25. It was just that 25. Like, come on. Still probably had more to offer. That person wasn't bothering nobody, not gang tied, affiliated, or nothing. Wasn't even hanging around the wrong people. But this is what I'm saying. Ignorance and sheer stupidity in the hood sometimes. Everybody wanna, you know, make a name for something. It's starting to get annoying now. I'm assuming, yeah, I'm assuming your device is dead.
I didn't die. I don't know what happened, bro. I'm off here quiet. I don't know what happened. But I was about to say this, bro. I think uh, it is like when we talk about respect, the mind frame of a street person, respect is totally different from like everyday average people. And I think people get that twisted. Respect is more valuable than money in the street. Respect is money in the street. So people, like when you say like people say senseless killings, it ain't senseless. They just don't understand it because they don't live that lifestyle. Your respect is everything. If people don't respect you, you can't move around. So you will do anything to maintain a high level of respect, and that's taking people's life. You know, that's just how it is in the street. The people who respect it the most is the ones who you don't want to mess with. The ones who will knock your noodles out in broad daylight and won't care, won't think twice about it. The mentality is totally different. And so when people be like, "Oh, it's a senseless killing," I mean that's because we everyday average working people. But in the street, it ain't senseless. You step on somebody's toe, or you tell them, you invite a man to your private part. I done seen people, yeah, I done seen things happen when people did that. You say S my D, oh nah, bro, you out of here. I done seen people lose their life because of that. So they booted me down again.
Nah, you good.
Oh, I'm
I got
still up
rid of
here.
the other
Cool.
one. Yeah, you
Okay,
still up
cool.
here. I got rid of the other. I got rid of the other thing.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I looked, and I'm like, all right, that. But yeah, man. I mean, that is like that's why I be saying like people be playing with people on this app. You don't know who is who. You can't talk to everybody the same way because a person you might tell an average person that S my D, and they might get mad or laugh. You tell the wrong person that they come find you, bro.
Exactly.
Like like you need to know your audience. Like when I be talking about that with comprehension, I'm talking from experience, man. You can't talk to everybody the same way. You can't move around everybody the same way. People move around me funny, I'm gonna react because I've been shot and I've been stabbed. My life is precious to me, so if I even got any inkling it's me and you, it's on, and I'm not gonna think twice about it. I like to live. I like breathing, bro. So that's why I can't, me personally, like a real, I can't deal with everybody. I can't deal with funny acting people. I can't deal with jealous people because I go into defense mode because of just the experiences and situations I've been in life. I think different, bro. So that's why I be
Yeah.
telling people just be smooth, man. You don't have to. I ain't out here trying to prove nothing to nobody. I ain't got to prove I'm tough or none of that shit. Just don't come after me and we good. It ain't about being hard. It ain't about being tough. I hear people say, "I'm a man, you ain't gonna do this and do that." Look, man, I'm just trying to feed my kids and my wife and enjoy life. That's all I'm trying to do. And if you try to prevent that, then we got a problem. Other than that, I
Yeah.
don't care what no man do. I don't really care. We had these conversations. I be trying to help people understand and be aware of things. And the humility. When people be nice, they think you soft, and that's not the case. I just been through stuff, and I understand how precious life is. And sometimes people don't value their own life, but I value my freedom. more than people value their life at times. You know, um,
Yeah.
people think they can't be touched until they get touched, and sometimes you get touched, it's too late. It ain't no lesson to learn. It's over with. You know, so that's why I be telling people like all that threatening, all that like even like when people say, "Oh, I beat your A," if you ever lock horns with me, I'm not fighting. I'm trying to take your life. It's not a fight to me. You know, people, everyone is different. Like when people say, "Oh, knuckle up, I beat you," nah, bruh. If we lock horns, we going to the death because I'm with. That's just what it is. Everybody not the same. That's why I don't test nobody. I don't try nobody. I don't do none of that because my life is valuable and precious to me. So, all like people need to be careful because you running into the right people now, you will run into the wrong one day, and the stuff that was working before, it ain't gonna work no more.
Facts. Wellness, what's going on, baby?
And that's
Nah,
why I
Vonnie.
just, I'm bad. Go ahead.
Nah, I was saying, Vonnie, you good because I thought I had you. See, that's how I knew they did something to a degree. That's why I kept this little blue thing up because y'all did do something to a degree. Certain people I knew that was here, even if they ain't been here in a minute. I knew they had wrenches. I was supposed to give her back. Man, listen, she wasn't even supposed to lose hers in the first place. She was one of them that was here for a little minute too. You already know it's all love, baby. That's why I be trying to tell the people, even in shadow watching sometimes, yo. Sometimes y'all gotta come out the woodwork so I know who's who. I don't want nobody thinking nothing here neither. Again, I'm just moving the ship the way I'm supposed to move. Gonna be certain things I ain't gonna be aware of, and if I gotta go the extra mile to see what's what, not gonna like me. I'm gonna be popping junk forever. Just let things move smooth. That's it. But no, but again, you are right though. And again, some people gotta grasp that reality before it is too late.
Yeah, these young boys, man, they different. You know, they different. Like back in when I was coming up, we did fight. We fought a lot. We was still carrying bangers, but it was still about manhood too. Like, you know what I'm saying? We use this if we got to, if it come down to it.
Yeah,
It was like last resort. It wasn't like we carried them because other people had them. We didn't carry them because we was out there trying to, you know, we carried them because hey, if they pull it out, we got it too. But other than that, we was always down to fight. It ain't like that no more, you know. So that's why I said these young boys. I mean, just because we older, we just can't run around. And no matter how much of a knucklehead they are, we can't run around and just tell them X, Y, and Z. No, they don't care about that. They don't care about what you did back in the day. Like me going into my old hood, bro, I got mad respect because of the mentorship I did, man. It's a couple young fellas who tried me before because they know what I did in the street. And up here, I mean, they call it what, reputation or clout or whatever. Up here,
yeah,
we call it stars and stripes. They know I had, so whatever I did, if they knock me off, then they get the credit for knocking the big bad wolf off. So, people touched. I had to choke a couple people up. Little young boy, one boy tried to pull. I was in a barber shop, got my hair cut. I'm talking, rapping to the guy, and I'm doing real estate, so I'm in a suit, right? Um,
mhm,
So I'm talking to the guy, my barber. He was like, man, he's just telling me how proud he is of me now, and I changed a lot. And I'm like, yeah. And then he told one of the little young boys in the corner shooting dice, like, yeah, remember when I was talking about Diesel? Yeah, this him. He was like, oh, that's the dude. Yeah, like, yeah. So I'm leaving out. My man was like, let me ask you something. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, how much money you got on you? And I'm like, I'm looking at him like, what? He lifted his waistband and showed me a pistol. And he let it down and he said, how much money you got on you? And I choked his ass out. I grabbed him and choked him. Like, hold on, bro. You go show me a gun, ask me how much money I got on me, and you ain't gonna pull it out? Like, nah, bro. Let me teach you something. So you going to sleep? And I told him, I said, when he wake up, I told his boy, he had two boys with him. I said, when he wake up, tell him next time he better shoot and then take whatever I got in my pocket. That's how you rob somebody. You don't talk to them. You knock their noodles out and you take whatever they got and you walk away. That's how you do it. The way you do it, you gonna get killed. And I wasn't doing that. I was just showing them like, bro, you doing this shit the wrong. You were running to the wrong person. You lucky I didn't kill you.
Facts. Oh shoot, hold on, James. Appreciate you for gifting that membership. Frugal Mama, welcome to the eulogy family, baby. And I forgot who else you gifted the memberships to, but for those who was gifted members, y'all already know. Y'all do get exclusive perks right now. I did do a members only upload recently, so y'all more than welcome to chime in on that as well too. Like I said, it's gonna be different things I'm gonna be doing here and there, but definitely appreciate y'all all for rocking out. Go ahead, bro. You go. Oh shoot, Madeline, what's going on, baby? I ain't forget about you, baby. Go ahead, bro. You good?
Oh no, I was just saying it's just different. So I mean, and you never know. Like you listening to Anita, you never would have thought Anita was in a gang. Her old sweet angel sound and stuff, but you never know. You know, Anita probably pull a razor out and cut you in a second. So that's what I'm saying. You don't know what people been through, what people life experiences were, the traumas they've been through. That's why I don't bother nobody, man. If I can't help you, I ain't gonna hurt you. I'm gonna walk away. I'm good. You know, like these people be on the internet playing these games and stuff. That shit is weird to me, bro. Because I've been through so much, I try to avoid drama now. You know what I'm saying? Like when you, bro, like people, they put your head down and go to sleep at night. I couldn't sleep when I was younger, bro. I had a pistol under my bed. Any weird sound outside, a car stop or anything, they could have started shooting the house up, man. That's how I came up. You know what I'm saying? You hear a gunshot, bro. I hit the ground going to the bed. I don't know where that shit coming from. I had PTSD from my child, from not even my childhood, my younger years. Like I really lived with that shit, bro. Even now it affects me, to this day. And I from most of it I healed. But guess what? I'm still aware. I still experienced it. So I still have experience, information. So when the shit look funny around me, I can't do nothing but I don't freeze. I don't, shake in terror or none of that. But I'm fully aware what's capable. I'm not naive to nothing. A lot of the stuff that people, man, is stuff that people see on movies and think is just entertainment. Somebody's wild imagination. Like, no, I lived through shit like that, bro. Like, I
Facts.
lived through shit like that. You don't know what a person experiences. When I was working in a hospital, um, it was the psych patient, and she seemed like real cool, like nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, this ain't no psych patient. Girl, we got to talking. This was like a year later. She was there for a whole year. Usually they only keep you for like a month at max in a hospital. She was there for a whole year. I didn't even know she was a prisoner, bro. Her stepfather was one of those, I forgot his name, but he killed like three people, but he chopped their bodies up and made her help. She ended up killing her stepfather and chopped his body up. Sweetest person on the planet, man. Sweetest girl ever. Little petite girl. You'd think she wouldn't hurt a fly. This lady was fucking nuts. She been cutting bodies up since she was 7, bro. Like you don't know who's who, man. That's some shit you see on movies. You don't experience that shit in real life. I'm like, where the hell am I working at? Where I'm meeting somebody who chopped bodies up, bro. I ain't never met nobody who actually chopped a body up, bro. You hear it and see it on TV, like, no, I've been talking to this lady for almost a year now. Cool as hell,
Yeah.
having normal conversation. I'm like, man, why they got you here? I don't get it. I'm not one of the type. People just tell me shit. I don't really get in nobody's business. I don't really want to know.
Yeah.
I literally, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like when people talk about, this is why I be laughing. Like when people, I'm street, I'm this. Look, bro. Where I came from, it was best not to know other people's business. Because if you don't know, when you get picked up, you don't know. You ain't got shit to do with it. The less you know about something, it ain't about ratting or snitching or nothing like that. Man, I just seen people, I know people right now in jail because they knew something, bruh. Because somebody told them something they did and they didn't tell the police. So now they're an assessor. That shit crazy, bro. I don't want to know nothing nobody doing. I'm straight. Fuck that. I'm telling. y'all, look, y'all can timestamp this shit right now on Nate's channel. You can make clips and all that shit. Don't do shit around the word because I'm telling. You do that shit by yourself. I ain't going to jail for nobody. You got me fucked up.
Nah,
I like
I'm
being
It's
free,
gonna
bro.
be messing.
Fuck that.
It's gonna be messing with a.
I know realist in the
It's
chat
gonna
like me.
be messing with a dog like me. D to the M to the X. Last I heard.
But you know that shit. I'm straight.
It's gonna
nah.
be
You gonna get
messing
one
with
of
a
these though.
dog
Don't
like
worry.
me. D to the M to the X. Last I heard, you cowards was having sex with the same sex. I show no love. Empty out. No more. How you gonna
You ain't doing none of the assaults. Don't worry. Who this for?
Oh,
Never mind.
bro, I couldn't imagine that. I got kids. Why, daddy? Why you wasn't here raising us? Oh, 'cause somebody did something. And when the police came and asked, I said I ain't no snitch. You got me fucked up, bro.
Fact.
You got me.
Oh,
Look, if I do, and don't worry, 'cause if I do anything, I ain't telling none of y'all motherfuckers. I'm straight. What the fuck? The whole point of getting away with shit is not telling nobody. Like the world is so backwards to me. Like the shit don't make sense. I don't know, man. I just had some good teachers, I guess, in life. Some good mentors. Because fuck that, bro.
yeah, shit crazy, man. You know what's funny though? Oh, okay, no doubt, James. I appreciate that. You gave Uncle L the other. I ain't even peep it. I'm trying to catch up with the chat too. But again, you know, some people just feel that's the way to go. I ain't going out. I'm not going to ride it. Man, you bugging. You about to waste half of your time and for what? And then at some point you gonna realize you made a mistake, and now what choice you really gonna have? Unless you plan on snitching. I'm telling you. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. Like I was watching that old movie, nigga, First Time Felon. I was watching that part, and he said, "Yo, I'm gonna have to do what I have to. Ain't you gonna be able to do the 5 years?" I was like, that kind of set a precedent to your friend. Like, but then again, see, at least he really went through the boot camp and everything else. Your man just went out snitching.
Bro, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. And well, I ain't saying no name, but this came from a stone cold killer.
Yeah,
Right? This is what he told me. He said, if anybody ever asks you to take somebody out or help them take somebody out, you tell them they really don't want to do it because if they did, they wouldn't have asked you or let you know they was about to do it.
facts.
And that look, man, my uncle told me that I was about to go on a run, and I was like about to pick up my boy. He said, "Why?" And I said, "Oh, because I want him to have my back." He said, "Well, if you need someone to have your back, you don't need to be doing it." He said, "Because check this out. This is what's happening. You're taking a witness with you." He said, "You can call him your boy or whatever you want, but the fact is, if you're doing something illegal and you take somebody with you, he becomes a witness to what you're doing. So that's what you're doing. So if it comes down to it, are you gonna take care of that? Well, I don't want to hurt him. Well, don't take him with you." That's what I was told, and I live by that. You know, if I got to do something, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna tell nobody. I won't even tell my wife. I don't, if I need help, I don't need to do it. That's just what it is. If I need help, I don't need to do it. Because if you're doing something illegal, if you care about somebody, why would you involve them in that shit anyway?
Facts.
If you care about, if I get into some beef, bro, I ain't calling nobody. I don't want nobody else. Everybody grown. My boy's grown with kids. If I got some smoke, I got it. Okay, I gotta handle it. It is what it is. I ain't about
Yeah.
to call nobody. I ain't about to call nobody. Even in my condition, bro, I handle what I got to do if it came to that point. But I'm grown as hell, man. You gonna have to do something. You gonna have to come after my family for me to do something to take me away from my family. When I was young, I was stupid. I'm old, man. I'm older. I ain't got time for none of that bullshit. It's all right, man. Look, it's already hard enough living. What am I gonna add more drunk? Because somebody don't know how to control their emotions. Half of the shit that go on in the world is because people don't know how to control their own emotions. They want to feel all the goddamn time. I feel like this. That's your responsibility to do something about it. I ain't got shit to do with nobody's feelings, bro. That is your feelings. Nobody's feelings is my responsibility. Just like my feelings ain't nobody's responsibility. We grown. If someone say something to me I don't like, okay, shit, I don't need to talk to you no more. Have a nice life. When you got shit going on, bro, you just look at life different. I ain't about to throw everything I got away because somebody called me a BAN because he think I'm soft. I'm gonna throw everything I got going on because he said something. Who the fuck are you? That's how I look at people, bro. Like you saying something about, okay, who are you? Are you someone that matter? Don't nobody. I don't nobody. I write my own checks, so don't nobody do that. So, I mean, who are you? And why am I getting all bent out of shape because you said something? I gave you that much power, and I don't even know you. Oh, you go respect me? I give a fuck. I ain't fucking with you. Only time I need people to respect me is if we interacted. Other than that, I don't care. Have a nice fucking life.
Facts. Oh shoot. I'm seeing a whole bunch of notifications, man. Shoot. Let me give these shout outs as they come. Shout out to my boy Diz. Shout outs to East Dad. I see he live. Shout outs to Real Chase. And shout outs to Together. I didn't even know she was live. Together, baby.
Together, love. Oh, I'm about to go troll.
Yeah, about to definitely go show some love to a few of these ones. I'm about to run and be fat around these YouTube streets for a minute. But I had to have this conversation because again, people be thinking you just coming on here to speak or you just coming on here to talk out your ass. No, I'm talking from observation. I'm talking from real life experience, but I'm also talking because I'm a prime example of what probably would have been, but I'm glad I didn't. The man upstairs blessed me to put me in a situation. Despite how my situation could have been, it's only good. It's only great. So, some people I knew they ain't even get a chance to even get this far. So, I'm thankful to be one of those ones. Cause out here, like I told you, son, my hood is the new. I told you before, even behind the scenes, son. My other hood is almost like the new Compton, son. You gonna always run into something. So again, I'm always gonna have a conversation to bring you.
Bro, I sit back and think I'm 39, right? So 15 years ago is when I decided to, stop doing all the dumb stuff. 15 years ago, I was running around with a bulletproof vest, big ass 4.5 with a lemon squeeze, hustling. That's what I was doing. Now I'm packing up so we can go home after our camping trip. I got a family, bro. I wasn't thinking about this. I ain't even think I can have this, bro. I didn't have kids when I was younger because I was in the street doing stupid shit. And I had so many boys leave kids behind. And I'm like, I ain't doing that. I ain't even gonna have them. I got two of them. I decided to change, man. And now I'm bearing the fruit of it. Even though, I lost majority of my sight. I can only see straight. I got limited sight. That shit don't even bother me. I'm blessed. Beyond measure. There's people who can't walk. There's people who can't talk. There's people who can't see shit.
Facts.
bro, I'm telling you, if you want something in life, you can have it, bro. You just gotta believe in it. You gotta believe you can. You have it. You gotta believe you worthy of it. I didn't think I was able to have this happiness, bro. And now I just enjoy it. I don't question it. I roll with it. I got a beautiful woman in my life that adores the shit out of me, bro. My wife adores me. I'm blessed, man. It ain't, I mean, my kids love me. My family love me. I got good people around me to say nice things about me all the time. Man, if y'all knew the old me, bro, people don't let other people past go, too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said people dug up or heard stories about me. If people really what you dox me, you ain't gonna find no criminal record, but you'll find people. And you start hearing them stories from people, people will try to bring that up. And the only thing I can say is I know. And you're right. I was fucked up. I ain't never hurt no kids. I ain't never hurt no females or no old people. But if you, I mean, when you in a game, I mean, shit happens. You know, I say this, I never did know nothing to nobody who ain't do something to me first. Anything I ever did was always more of a reaction. So, I mean, but people will tell you like, nah, dude, crazy. Oh man, all right, be quiet. He ain't gonna say nothing. He gonna laugh and walk away. And next thing you know, something will be on fire or blowing up.
Facts.
But that's how it was. So when people hear that, you dig up my past. That's all I can say is, okay, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I changed. And if you don't accept it, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. Because there's still people in my past like, nah, he acting. That, when you don't know. Like, okay, they was telling my wife that, bro. My wife was like, oh no, I heard all the stories from his mother, from his father, from his brother, the people closest to me. The people who kept telling me to leave the shit alone, those the people who telling my wife that I changed. Not the people who, I got into it with, or the people I did shit to, or the people who was just around. You was around me then, you ain't around me now.
Facts.
So I mean, like I tell people, a person's past is just that, it's their past. If it's something, if they still doing the shit, that's not their past, that's their present. But if a person learned from their mistakes, corrected them, and you see a reverse of what they used to do, it's the opposite of what they used to do, then they change.
Facts. Can't say it any more clearly. Oh man, I can't never get no good damn raccoon picture. I'm trying to get another gift.
Mhm.
I'm trying to catch one of these suckers when they ain't moving. Trying to get another one of them custom emojis for y'all, man. Straight raccoon emoji.
We got ate the fuck up today by these mosquitoes. So let me get off here. Let me take a bath. I ain't gonna do this shit in the morning. So I will be home tomorrow. We had a good trip. I was meant to take pictures and go live, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I was enjoying the family, watching my kids, took them to the little splash pad. We had a campsite. So they got like a little water park and shit in here and everything. So I took them to a little lazy river, the splash pad. My daughter had some, my people came up today. We only came for 3 days. We usually go on a weekend, but the Hall of Fame, the football game tomorrow. My cousin getting inducted to the Hall of Fame, and we were supposed to leave from here and go down there, but my kids wanted to swing set. So my babies, man, and it was on sale. That shit was 1,200. I got it for 8. So I'm like, okay, I done saved $400. So um, yeah, my baby's happy.
That's the most important thing. When
Yeah,
they happy,
that,
you happy.
that shit once in a lifetime though. But hey, it is what it is, man. Uh, it is what it is.
Facts, man. Just enjoy the fruits of labor and the comfortability of family and everything else. Where the hell did this bike come from? Okay, find out somebody that left their bike here. Oh, I'm about to say the wheels are gone. It's over. They done messed the place up. Oh, no, they got them high kickstands. I was about to say, who took the wheels off of it? And how is it still leaning on the pole?
Mhm. Man,
That's real
where
quick.
Uncle L? Where Uncle? You know he got gifted a membership in my on my channel too. Uncle L got
Yeah,
that luck, bro. I don't never get a gifted membership. I always pay for mine. Uncle L got
yeah.
two of them.
I got gifted on two channels, but the other ones I did the like I said, the ones I'm not members on, you always gonna catch some sort of form or whatever with me. So, I'm still showing that love and support regardless. So
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like I'm biased, so I usually, you know, people who rock with me. That's what I usually, you know. Sometimes it's just like 755, man. I just like her energy, bro. That's my homie, bro. I didn't even know she was from the D, but that's my homie, man. I just like her energy. You know,
yeah,
Marlene. You know, Marlene. Who I gotta grab a membership to Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy rock out hard, man. I gotta support those. Look, that's just life, man. The people who rock with you and support you, give them that same energy back, man. Whatever they giving you, give it back to them. I don't even know if Miss April got memberships. I don't be on my laptop, so I don't know it unless they put it in the chat or they mention it. And I don't remember Miss April mentioning she had membership, but she rocked out too. You know, and that's why I put it at 99 cents. You know, my membership's 99 cents. Um, I did that because, like you said, like shit, we all fans. And I mean, it's to support the channel and the content. I'm gonna bring it, I'm gonna bring more, and I'm gonna do extra little things. So, I mean, it's worth it, but it's just showing the content creator when you buy membership to their channel, it's showing that you believe in them and you really rock with them. That's why I got one in Nate. I believe in Nate and I rock with Nate. So I want to support him, So we got to support one another. We the little people, only people. All we got is us. That's all we got at the end of the day, is us. That's why we come together. I want to take it to another level. Shit. Let's help each other with content too. I did do collaborations. You know what I'm saying? Be more active on each other's panels. That's what we need. Like, bro, if you like at the beginning. I had time. So every chance I got, I was on the panel. Now the little ones be going crazy, bro. Like it's one thing with my son, but with the daughter too, they be going crazy. So I can't hit panels like I used to, but I'm still here. If you don't mind kids in the background, hey, I jump up anytime.
man, did you just sit there and say that? Look, listen, Shay was up here earlier, and I heard the kids in the background. That's not nothing. You nigga, you hear the voice. Listen, don't act like y'all don't be hearing sirens and shit even when I'm indoors. So come on, son. Like it is what it is, man. You already know. Shoot, if you feel that's gonna be it, just look. I'm stepping on stuff I ain't supposed to be stepping on. Think I care about that? There's certain sounds I just don't be like, damn, son. Like, don't get me a copyright. Like, that's it. It's always gonna be like that, man. Like, y'all always more than
Oh,
welcome, whether y'all got the kids or not. So
I was about to say, I don't think you was in the live earlier. I found out who tried. Remember Harry Potter? That
yeah.
Harry Potter motherfucker?
Oh no, I
Yeah,
seen
that's
the I seen it in the Discord.
oh
I think
yeah,
I
that's
was yeah, it's crazy. I know. I'm telling you,
that
people be
shit
doing the
crazy.
utmost.
The most for no reason, bro. Like I don't even know you, bro. You mad? You mad because I ain't let you come back on the panel after you. Come on, man. You tripping? You got a hard on. I guess because I didn't react to the troll. 'Cause that ain't the first time he came on my show. He came on another time, and then that's the one. Remember, he was like, "Yeah, my boy was supposed to come hit the panel with me too." Like, what? Like, I don't know, y'all. Fuck, y'all done plan on hitting my panel? Like, you weird, bro. But it is what it is. Oh, I got it. Yeah, they left a hot dog on the damn porch, patio. I wake up in the morning with raccoons and shit all over this motherfucker. I
Nexie,
know you
stop
trying
being petty. Stop being petty. You know what? Now that's why you still sitting in the corner now. I was about to let you out the corner finally. You see what you did? See what you did?
next in the corner being petty.
Yeah, always being petty. I was about to let her out the corner too. So I don't like kids, so I won't go on panels with them kids. Uh-huh.
I know you trying to get off, bro. I end up keeping you up here a whole nother hour like they did me the other night. Man, bro, when you get off, I was about to get off. Shay came up next. I was up there for another 2 hours. I'm like,
Oh
when
no, I
you
know.
get off, I was
No,
saying
no.
good night.
Nah, listen. I was weak though because I kind of fell out too in there, but I already knew it. I was like, you stuck. It happens though. When there's good conversations that talk, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I always enjoy that. I paid for it. That's what, like 2 hours that day, bro. I paid for it. But yeah, let me get off here, bro. Let me finish packing. But I appreciate you letting me up, man.
I'm not, bro. You fans, so you already know you more than welcome. That's anybody, man. Y'all more than welcome to chime in on the conversations, especially conversations that's gonna bring, enlightenment to the world. At least the people that want to hear something and actually change something. So you always more than welcome, bro.
Oh, for sure. And next year, I'm telling thing one and thing two that. So,
Look, we need to drop him. Look, need to drop him off of her real quick. Let her get some young kid love again, like I'm getting right now. My little cousins came back today. I was enjoying my quietness for a couple days. they went to go see they went to go see the other aunt and somebody else. I was like, oh, good. I'm probably gonna be gone. Probably ain't gonna have to worry about them for a week because they really out here till damn near the end of next month. So I'm like, my scalp hurt, baby. Oh yeah, and shout outs to Cole. I know Cole is live too. There's a few people live right now. I'm getting crazy notifications. And I think Song Bits is too. Shout outs to all the family, baby.
they're probably on the same panel. Usually, she shares screen with Cole, especially if she went on this late. With Cole, I think probably on the same panel. But yeah, let me get off here. I gotta finish packing and go run and harass people.
No doubt, bro. You already know
But
you
I
more
get
than
what you.
welcome, bro.
Shit, this is 1:38. I might go live for shits and giggles. Let me charge my phone. But yeah, all right,
Shoot, well, shit, I'll still be up. You know the workflow. I don't know. I don't think I'm hardly getting no naps today. So shout outs to the word for popping in, and also shout outs to Anita for popping in tonight too. Definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in. I know I done held y'all a little too long, but then when you get good conversations like this is what you're gonna get. And who knows, at some point, I might start doing some editing. Like I said, I do what works for me. But certain lives I know I might break down. And some of these lives, it might be members only lives at some point. So, you know, we're gonna definitely be rocking on some realness in here. And we're gonna keep building and growing. But not gonna hold y'all no longer neither. Let me go try to give my little support where I can. Snug, what's going on? E Money, what's going on? Y'all late to chat. So y'all gonna have to catch the replay. Shoot. But again, shout outs to y'all for popping up on the panel tonight. Y'all definitely brought the conversation where it was supposed to be brought. And this is what I'm saying. Serious topics like this, we gonna always keep building on. And the world will see what it really is. You know, it's always good to just keep bringing the necessary messages and the steps that's needed. So definitely, y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, y'all already know that love is love and it'd be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. And that's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. Like I said, we'll definitely be back. You know we're gonna be back for that morning safe. You know I'm off tomorrow, baby. I don't go back in here till Saturday, so we're gonna definitely chop it up in the morning. I could do something different again. So, and I would also advise y'all too before we leave up out of here. But some of y'all that don't have Twitch, I would advise you to get up on that for real. Might test run that sucker tomorrow, and if I do, we gonna definitely have some. So hopefully everybody did get something good out of this conversation tonight. Those who might catch this, those who might stumble upon this. Hopefully you heard and learned something today. Take into consideration what was said. Life preservation is the best. We don't always gotta get along. We don't gotta always love each other, but we should respect each other. But yeah, I'll definitely be back for that site in the morning. So y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.